Although it precludes us from talking about you like we usually do.
Wow.
It's not going to stop us. It's not going to stop
you. Stop you guys. Come on.
All right, guys, we are live. ONTG, our Thursday night game, session 35. And tonight we've got Brian, Ethan, Nils, and Peter joining us. We may have Mike after he finishes wrestling with his car. Hopefully he'll be able to join us. But we're ready to get started. So as a brief recap, in part for Brian, since I don't think, have you been able to audit any of the recordings or stay caught up in the story?
Just the emails you guys have been exchanging as much as I know.
Cool. So the party has found an ancient tomb and have spent at least possibly 2, maybe 3 days now beginning their exploration into this underground lair. They've encountered large simians.
Freaking monster huge gorillas.
Who do not seem to operate under the normal precepts of a natural gorilla, as the priestess of Ildevar has come to learn.
Dope.
Well, one did. We met one outside named Sky, and he's a normal gorilla, and I was able to communicate with him.
Right, and you've sort of befriended Sky, right? And he's sort of out there minding the camp. And
I rolled like a 27.
Nice.
Yep, he's keeping the other cleric company.
The other cleric.
Correct.
Hey, speaking of secondary characters, how about I run Hammy until Mike shows up, and then I'll drop him, and we'll keep Gerda.
Okay, so we'll have Hammy, Gerda, question mark Ridian, Arcor, Horus, and I'm trying to remember
Hal.
Hapless Hal.
Yes.
Hal the thief.
The thief.
Currently in the dungeon is Arcor, correct, Nils?
Yeah, and I'll stay with him since we're already in there and not going to magically swap out somehow.
Right. I mean, you all could make a side journey out to the surface, or you could give me some rationale about why this is happening. Brian.
No, the pleasure twins are still leveling up outside, so.
Okay.
Pleasure twin powers activate.
Brian, we're using dynamic lighting. I'm not sure.
Yes.
You probably, and we're also using advanced fog of war. So as you advance through the dungeon, portions of it will be revealed.
Right.
You're probably not seeing much right now. The party has generally already explored a significant amount, so they will probably sort of lead you around as you sort of get your bearings. So don't worry about that. It will start to make some sense. I do have one party token on the map that's emitting light through a lantern, which is carried by whom?
It was Hammy last time.
Carried by Hammy. That lantern has about 2 hours worth of oil still left in it. And it's coming on about 9 a.m. on the 8th day of the sword. There is a 0 spell check plus 0 spell check bonus for the day. And I guess we're ready to begin, unless there's questions or commentary from the peanut gallery.
As a reminder, we found a whistle and a skull, and we think that's what we want to use to see if it'll activate that other statue we found in the beginning.
Right. The last significant encounter the party had, Brian, was with a smoke demon.
Right.
Which basically killed laid Arcor low, but his companion successfully rolled the body.
And healed him.
But he's still jacked up, right?
Oh yeah.
And he's suffering that penalty until he can rest, Nils.
Yep.
So another thing.
Everyone swap him out.
Gerda, what is your current disapproval?
Oh, wait. Let me grab my characters. I knew there was something I was forgetting.
I think this is our 5th session on this level, right?
I had it as 4th, but I might be wrong.
I think it's fourth. Yeah.
So I do have a question around rations, because I remember the last time I played, the Rat King took all of our food, so I don't have anything listed as for food.
Oh, right. So you just stepped out of you stepped out of a shadow from Kingspire and found yourself amongst your companions here in the dark.
Although I do have 6 torches, apparently.
Well, that could come in handy.
Could come in handy.
I'm at 3 disapproval, which is the worst I've ever been.
And you've been suffering for it.
I have.
Hey, there's a new person here to convert.
I know.
Food. You only need to worry about food is when we camp, Brian.
All right.
So basically, I have a small camping procedure, and at camp, PCs must consume one
day's rations or whatever.
Day's rations. Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah.
And if I'm not too disapproval, I will try to summon us some food.
All right, you guys are in the driver's seat.
Okay, so another thought, excuse me for interrupting, I just remembered talking about at the end, and Mike really made a good point, was we're going to have to go finish up that fucking smoke demon.
But how? That was what I was going to ask.
Oh, right. You have a problem that Oryx isn't present.
Oryx isn't sure if it was a figment of his imagination or not.
What? Did you say Oryx is not present?
Correct, because Oryx is governed by Mike's wizard, by Gib.
Oh, that's right.
You turn about from poking your head into this this chamber to the south, and suddenly both Gib and Oryx are absent from your party.
Fuckers wandered off.
In.
Oryx is Brian. Oryx is a hero from the multiverse. He's an eternal warrior who is summoned by Gib the wizard through a night of dreaming, of fitful dreaming.
Wow.
Guided dreaming, lucid dreaming. It was cool.
Mushroom dreaming.
But not wet dreaming, thank goodness.
Okay, good.
We're all happy because of that.
Okay, well, we're not going near that smoke demon again until Mike is here with his eternal champion with that fucking magic sword.
Yeah, he ain't got no magic sword.
Because Aaron said he forgot to put the bar up there, but the magic between Gibbs' sword and my binding spell was doing damage.
Slowly, but damage.
Not to metagame, but you don't have a big monster like that or something that deadly and not have something worthwhile afterwards.
Unless the GM's messing with you.
Could be. Wouldn't be Aaron's first time to mess with us.
Yeah, I'm just looking through my inventory.
Do you have an anti-elemental spell?
No, I have 5 empty large sacks, though.
Well, he's fit.
And hey, I've got 10 glass marbles in a small bag.
Well, there you go.
I think I'm ready.
I'm putting you in charge.
We're all gonna die.
What's new?
Like we haven't before.
Oh, it still hurts.
Although apparently if he survives this one, I think he's actually going to hit his next level. I have 3 XP marked on him.
What level is Hal?
I think he's 2.
All right.
He's level 2, so he will roll over.
Well,
if he survives.
Since you already brought up and jinxed it.
And if we have an opportunity to for you
recover
to
and rest and
recover and
train,
take advantage of such leveling.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
everybody you're traveling with now, Brian, you're all level 4, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Our course 3 because
Okay.
he came in late.
Okay.
Hammy and Girder are both 4, and they're one adventure away from hitting level 5.
Dang, I'm amongst mighty warriors.
Hey guys, what? Whoa!
What the heck?
You've been working out.
Horace has some fancy plate mail.
Fuck yeah, he looks like a buffed out Kif because they had
exactly what I look like.
they had to let out some of the hem.
A little bit. I also have a very nice Kif cloak. Everything I'm wearing is Kif, actually.
Yeah, which was not the thing to wear and to see the queen. God, she was pissed. I'm glad we killed her.
But hey,
Well,
I'll
to be fair, Retromax killed her, but you know,
Okay, yeah, it's
you provided a vessel.
You guys just cowered. Remember, please.
Okay,
no,
guys.
we didn't. We missed our save and we're completely absorbed.
Yep.
Exactly, same thing.
Um,
Okay, so
It
what are we
feels-
doing?
Anyway, keep
yeah, it
moving
feels
on.
like we've kicked over a few toadstools. Are we ready to start?
I'm ready to start.
I think so.
Don't know what we're doing, but we're ready to start.
We're not going near the smoke demon without an eternal champion and another wizard.
Mm-hmm.
So I suggest another way.
Let's see. There is a door to the east. Would you like a description again of this chamber?
Please.
Let me get to the right layer that I need to be on, and let me open my notes. Notes.
While you're opening your notes, Ethan, what are you painting?
I'm not. I am writing lots and lots of code
Okay.
because apparently 12 hours working on this program still doesn't make it work.
Here's a good
I
life
have a
lesson
syntax
for you.
error.
What are you painting, Nils?
My last batch of cavemen.
Nice. Brian, are you painting?
I am working on my status report for work because I'm on PTO tomorrow. So
Oh.
yeah,
That seems. Is that so you don't have to do it tomorrow?
bingo.
Okay.
If I don't get a phone call from my boss saying, "Hey, where's your status report?"
Hey, Brian. I was
I know
expecting.
you're. Yeah, I was kind of expecting that. It's almost done.
All right. So this chamber, you remember, has this big arched wall at the south end of the chamber, and
Mhm.
there's a rectangular slot at the apex of that chamber down near the floor that sort of is about 18 inches wide and about 5 inches high, and it sort of falls off into the darkness there.
It's another one of
There's-
those troughs.
It's not really a trough. Again, it's like a hole in the at the base of the wall.
It was like a flue. In the other
Right.
room, looked like they'd been shoveling ashes down it.
Right. In the other rooms where you found the ashes, there were troughs filled with ashes, partially
Lots.
filled with ashes. And then there was those great huge urns that were stuffed to the brim with the ashes. There's a few bits of straw and like what might be construed as apes' nests, but there's more often than not bits of rag or old blankets and things like that where the simians had been nesting.
And simians have been nesting in this room as well.
Correct.
Oh, that's right. These are the grape apes.
Right, and the room to the northwest here had a few, which you can't see me pointing because I'm pointing on the wrong layer. Sorry, I was watching the
Hangouts.
I was watching the Hangout too.
I did that earlier.
Uh,
Like, why can't I touch this?
What's happening? There were a few apes cowering, a few simians cowering in that other chamber, remember?
Yes. And I
Which you
spoke with
just
them
had to-
briefly
Yes, and they were fearful.
and had no interest in going to the surface because all they knew now is this world.
Correct.
I'm so bummed about that.
Did you offer them a banana?
No, but we offered to take them up to the sunshine and they weren't interested. So
You should offer
something's,
them a banana.
I don't have one, but something's messed with their minds. They've turned them almost not quite zombie, but certainly dumbified them.
Mm-hmm.
Because Sky is highly intelligent and articulate.
Did you all want to open this door to the east?
Yes, we would like to.
Why not?
Because it's got nasty things behind it.
There's always true.
Because the GM suggested it.
I was just
Why
asking.
we're there.
We're all gonna die.
Let's see here. I'm not driving, so whomever wishes to drive will need to do so. I know you guys are all
Ethan's
working
writing
on
code.
other things.
So does that mean
I, would
Nils?
say- I would prefer not to, just because.
Right here at the end of this T junction there's a pedestal. It's about 4 feet high and not too wide in diameter. About like you could set a large softball on it or something like that.
Perhaps a skull with a whistle on it?
It projects up out of the floor, and there are like these all around the edge of this pedestal are tube-like projections that are kind of flattened in different areas. And I'll draw a little mark here on the map so you know where it is for future reference, should you require it.
I'm sorry, you said that there were all around it. There's what?
Tube-like projections.
Okay.
Are the tube-like projections projecting towards us, or are they going?
Oh, sorry. So they kind of like if like there were candles or spines ringing the edge of the pedestal itself.
Oh, like on the top?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And they completely surround the circumference of this pedestal, and these little tubes they're on the exterior, and then the interior ring, and then the interior ring, and then a few more on the next interior ring.
How many indentations are there?
Most of them seem to be pinched towards the top of the tube itself. Though some are like pinched at the top and kind of at the middle.
So do these look like musical pipes in any way?
Sure, they could be musical, but you don't see any way to
They could be pipes and a pipe organ type of thing.
to play them. I mean, unless you want to try to play them.
Anything where the whistle would seem to fit into?
They're not the same shape as the whistle. The whistle's about.
We was described as like a pan pipe almost.
Yeah. Well, it's like about 8 inches long. The whistle, and it's like very intricately carved and like big bulbous part at the bottom, and like almost like one of those bubble whistles that's like a bird, and like it tweaks like that, kind of like that sort of shape or object. Yeah. And then the hallway at this T intersection branches east and west.
So top of the map is north?
Correct.
Just making sure I'm oriented correctly.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Well, that's weird.
Well, why don't we go east, since that's at least closer back towards the direction we already kind of seen, or at least I don't actually see all the map myself just because I came in late one night, so I don't know if that's something.
This is all new territory for you all.
Should I move the little guy around so it goes onto all your maps?
What you guys did see was way up here, and then even further north out here. That's back towards the entrance. And Peter's going to do a quick run through the areas that you've explored.
Oops.
Okay, and there's a dead ape there, and this is the room with the smoke demon.
Dope. Bad place. Don't go there.
You got to go through the doors. I've got myself in the closet.
Peter, you can come out of the closet.
I'm trying. And I did the star light up, because that's a second statue we found, like the first one of the gorilla, but it's doing something different right there.
It didn't light up. That's okay.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. Got it.
And these were various storerooms. We found these urns full of bones inside these little closets, and Mike messed around in one, and that's where he found the whistle. And then this room had these deep troughs just piled deep with ash and maybe bits of bone. It was definitely crematorium kind of ash. Then there's this big hall, and at the end of the hall is a huge double door shaped like a gorilla's face, and it's one of the pictures in the handouts. And then back down the hall here is where we punched through the portcullis. And this is the main hall here.
You should be able to see a few of the handouts in the journal, Brian.
That's what I'm looking at now.
Yeah, and then this is what led us out to there's the stairs. There's some more rooms, but we'll show you those in a little bit when we head back to look at the first statue.
Okay.
Let me see if I can't get us back to where we actually are.
I can move you if you like.
Well, I have to do it via the door.
I don't.
Oh, there! Yay!
I'm the game master. I could just pick you up and move you. So.
Thank you.
The walls mean nothing to me.
You have the power. All right, so we're at that door. We don't have to tell you we're listening each time because you've decided to. Yeah.
I need to figure out the stupid hotkeys for this stuff. I know one hotkey. Select. It opens into a narrow hall that leads north and south.
And another door across from it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should check that other door. Ooh, there's lots of doors.
Okay, so as you step into this this narrow hallway that runs off to the north and dead ends there to the south, you can see that there are doors lining the eastern wall. And those doors are like flushly fitted and made of this kind of slate-colored enamel. And about at eye level, there's a crystal rectangular viewport that you can look into. And these doors actually on the eastern wall are all open.
What's in them?
These doors on the eastern wall are empty.
And
the doors sort of stand kind of in varying degrees of being open, ajar.
Okay, we're going to head north and look around the corner.
Yeah, and as you look around the corner, you can see another wall and another bay of doors. These are actually closed.
Okay. Can we go up and look through do they also have a viewfinder in them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have viewfinder. Yes, they do have a viewfinder.
Viewport. That's what you said.
And peering through this kind of heavy crystal, that's the same width of the door. There are like 5 or 6 of those servitor apes, all with their backs. Those simians, all with their backs sort of pressed up against the walls, ringing the interior of the chamber.
Do they appear to be alive or dead?
They are not. They are standing. They are not in respite like some of the other taxidermied creatures that you've seen, beasts. And but you don't see their chests moving. They're not moving. They're not, moving as even the dullards who you've observed in that Western art chamber when we first started the session, where they're completely stationary and still.
Is that the case in all of these?
It is the case. Let me tag some of them for you.
Oh, there's a gorilla.
Yeah. Let's see.
But I see no gorilla there.
Let's see, token layer. Nope, map layer. Drat.
Did you say trap?
I said drat.
Oh.
I heard crap. I heard crap. I clearly heard crap. I heard trap.
I heard it
We're
clearly.
a paranoid group for good reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of actually,
My hand still hurts.
Well,
I
don't
have
put it in
placed.
hold.
I have placed the simians in their chambers where you can see them as you sort of explore this strange, twisting hall. These small chambers of this peculiar color.
Peculiar color?
Yeah, it's sort of like a slate color, kind of a brownish white, very smooth.
I'm sorry. What is this color? The walls?
The doors.
The doors.
The,
Okay,
the doors and the interior walls of those chambers. Pardon me for not being.
Okay, I'm stumped. What do you guys think?
It's like some sort of laboratory room where they're kind of observing everybody, or like they do for like mentally ill patients in a mental hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Notice that there are 5 cells that are empty, or 5 rooms that are empty, and there were about 5 grape apes who attacked us earlier.
Remember, each of these cells where you've seen apes is they're like 5 or 6. One of them has actually 7 in them. It's like a mixed number, but they are numerous in
Okay.
their number. Numerous. In their
Which
I'm
leads
still
me to
gonna
not
bet
want to
that-
open it.
I'm still going to bet that probably both sets of apes that we encountered came from here.
Or maybe at some point. I don't know. I think these may all be dead. This might be, I don't know.
You could
Yeah,
try speaking with animals with them, or talking. I don't know.
At this
Seeing
point,
if
I
there's
think
some
we
sort of consciousness.
probably want to not rely on the cleric too much since he's not too liked.
Who? Me? Gerda?
Yes,
She only has 3 points of disapproval.
yeah, that's all.
Well, I'm
That's
still
pretty
at a +3 to my rolls. No, +6.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Sure.
I'm still at +6 to my rolls.
With level and personality, correct?
Right, but the disapproval is your actual die roll, right?
Well, it's
Right.
a failure that's evaluated on the actual die
Right.
roll. Yes.
Anyway, well, Arkar's not wanting to get into too much fighting based on his current condition, so he's
I think we all want to avoid fighting.
Hal just wants
not
to
up for
live.
opening doors with multiple very still monsters in them.
Mhm.
They're not zombie gorillas. Aaron would never do that.
Mm-mm.
No,
No,
the
it's a
gorillas don't.
module. So the module might have. Well, I suggest one of us goes and checks out one of these empty ones and make sure we can't get locked in, so we can let them out if something happens.
1, 2, 3, not it.
Oh, Hammy will go look around.
Okay, so Hammy creeps into the chamber. Is he just searching the space? What?
Yeah, the empty one.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go in if there's gorillas. He's got a little gun shy after they smashed the shit out of him.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, so the interior of the chamber is like this. It's like that. It's seamless. It's completely smooth. Floor, ceiling, walls. There's no obvious transition between any of these planes, and it's all this kind of weird sandstone color and material. But when you touch it, it's like slick to the touch.
It's like not of this world.
Like a lot of things you run into.
In
Mhm.
DCC
Or in a dungeon.
or in a dungeon.
Well, I'm personally tempted to move on to the other end of the hall and see what's in there,
Okay.
Yeah.
rather than messing with dead apes. Just because I don't want to have to fight apes.
Yeah.
especially dead ones. Although that's where we've got all our loot drops so far.
Yeah, but those were ones that were mummified and wrapped up.
Oh, mummified apes, even better.
Oh yeah, and Mike loves to dig through them and chop them to pieces. He really enjoys it.
Too much so?
On the other hand, he's the only reason we've gotten any treasure.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm not arguing. He's been very successful. I'm not complaining one bit. Man's not afraid to get his hands dirty.
And we
So to
make money
speak.
out of it. So
So yeah, let's move. Yeah, like that.
What's this room like?
This room is bare, featureless, 20 by 20.
We're gonna go to the next door.
All right. Entering from this door on the to the east, there's a simple wall fountain and a stone basin in the northeast corner of the room. And so that's up here.
Are you clicking on something? Oh, there we go.
Yes, thank you, Green. Thank you, Peter. And south of the basin, if you would so care to enter the room, if you would be so kind as to fully enter the room and illuminate the space.
I'm gonna activate the trap.
You're appreciating an arch door and a hallway.
So here there is an etched and sculpted maternal simian holding forth an empty, shallow bowl from the southern wall.
You say maternal?
And the bowl kind of extends out of the wall itself, so it's this very intricate covering.
Like you would take the water or the fluid from the fountain to the bowl.
Possibly.
Possibly. Mm-hmm.
And you can see an archway to your southwest and a passageway that continues off to the southeast.
Well, if we're not going to put any water in the bowl, let's move on to the southeast. Just to.
Let's put some water in the bowl.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. But
Who's doing this?
Oh, Gerda, because she's very religious. Besides, I have an empty flask.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's something in that archway.
Don't cut my hand off.
Again.
Yeah, we've got an ape there.
Let's see
You see it?
here. I need to make a reaction roll.
I like how you spelled monsters.
Did I spell it wrong?
Monsters.
I may have. It could be a typo in my script.
Or a lisp.
Or I could just be a bad speller. Let's see. I need a 2d6 reaction check. Oops.
Modified by our awesome perception.
Not Horace's perception.
I got a 16.
Personality.
Oh, it's personality. Sorry, I have a 16.
Sorry, personality. Yeah.
Because we got personality.
El's got a 14. So.
Okay, so as you enter the room and your lantern casts this light into past the archway to the west, and as Gerda's going to fetch some water and deliver it to the bowl, you see shapes moving in the dark, and and you recognize very quickly that they're the large simian that you've encountered further to the north.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, how many of them are there? There are 4.
Are they friendly?
And 3 of them start beating their chest.
That's not friendly.
And
We want a banana.
howling. And one dashes up to the opening of the archway, barring its fangs and teeth. However, they are surprised. You have, and you are not. So you
I'd like to cast this. I'm going to cast a spell. Anyone else?
You have around a You have a free round of initiative.
Horace is gonna hit something.
Can we try and get a crossbow bolt shot off before you get in there?
Sure, you guys
Sure.
can, as you like. So
Well-
is Hal firing his crossbow?
I think yes. If our warrior is charging and we're casting spells that are not friendly spells,
What is our cleric casting?
Word of command.
What are you planning on wording?
Stop.
Stop. Okay.
in the name
Or,
of
no,
love,
I like calm. Calm worked really well last time. I'm gonna go with calm.
Peace.
That's a
brother.
much better one. Peace. Peace be with you.
peace.
Puts his
All
two
right.
fingers up.
So what are the actions? Do you,
Hammy shooting. I take it Brian's shooting.
I'm shooting.
you can take? You guys have won the initiative. You can act as you will.
I have no idea why all those dice just went flying out, but hey,
AC.
That,
looks like it's 6, which is a crappy roll.
that's a miss.
Yeah, even with an agility modifier.
Oh
of 1.
no! Was that what were you?
That was Hammy.
Okay.
Hammy's
I
crossbow.
was like, that better not be Gerda.
No, it's Hammy's
Yeah.
crossbow. He missed.
So the two crossbow bolts fling wide.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was not my best roll.
Ericor is going to take a shot.
I don't think 13 goes off on word of command,
It
may.
does. but it's
Yeah,
like-
just barely.
but it's not much of
Oh.
anything.
That's right.
But they have to save versus the spell level. You might get lucky.
It's only
Ericor
gonna
is
be
not
one
taking
die.
a shot. He has a broken bow.
Oh man, Ericor's seen better days.
Yep.
He can use my bow.
Oh, Gerda's bow.
All right. Why don't we resolve the word of command and then Horace will charge in and finish our round of seemingly ineffectual combat.
Yeah, the cleric can speak a word to target within 30 feet. If the creature fails its save, it must obey the command for 1 round.
Gets us
So
one
it's
more round with
peace.
it.
Yeah.
Was it one creature?
Yes,
Yeah.
just 1 creature at that roll.
All right, let's see if I can. How we do here?
Holy
Oh,
smokes.
crap.
Did he just roll like a 20?
Yep.
you
nat
did.
20.
You're just
Better on this than on hitting us.
It's the one Simeon that's crouched by the archway, ready to spring forward. He's just going berserk.
So much for peace. I tried. I tried the peaceful way. Now the way of the axe.
Now the way of the axe.
Excuse me, the way of the hammer. I think I'm going to shift my weapon to a hammer.
Okay. Well, I guess Horace is gonna go in. Horace is gonna run in and he's or run towards the ape blocking the archway,
Mhm.
and he's intentionally gonna try and slice his sword straight across the ape's face, almost like a blinding attack.
Okay, so you're going to try to blind the.
Mighty deed to blinding attack.
Alright.
Exactly.
Those are always nice.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
I hope Mike shows up. We could sure use. Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah,
Looks like the
that's
goes go off. So that's well struck, Ethan.
Yes.
I still want an eternal champion. No insult intended.
I don't think anyone's going to be insulted.
We miss him so much.
So what's the total there for your attack? I just want to make sure I'm reading your
22.
script right. 22.
Jiminy crickets.
Bum, 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 bum. Sorry, just looking for something to write with.
You want me to roll damage?
Yeah, please.
Roll lots.
Oh,
14.
What's all the plus sixing?
5 for the deed, 1 for strength.
Lovely. Oh, your macro factors that in,
Yeah.
or did you? Oh, or did
No, I
you
just
just
rolled a
key
separate
entered
one.
it? Okay.
I just can't. Yeah. I'm still working out some of the glitches in the
Some
macro.
of the kinks.
I rarely even say macro.
I can hardly say it. You get it confused with macaroon.
That's it.
which is very
Or
lovely.
Macintosh. And
Mac-
then it's just,
and then it's
That's just all goes downhill from there.
All right,
Right?
I'm hungry.
Does somebody want a banana?
Let's see.
I think that's just going to piss off these apes, but you're welcome to try.
I don't have a banana.
With a jungle book, have a banana. Have another banana. Boom, boom.
So the ape howls in rage and clasps his eyes and falls back into the darkness.
You bet he does.
I'm reloading my crossbow. I'm not going into melee.
Hammy's not fond of melee either.
So
All
Level
right.
2 thief.
Hammy and Howl are maybe back here.
Yes, they're
and,
reloading.
Horace is closed with the archway. What's
Yep.
Arcor doing? And where's Gerda? Just give me a rough approximation. I'm not going to draw a battle map for this.
Gert is about halfway between the. She's sort of right there in the dead center because she was moving water.
She's about here. Okay.
Yeah.
Ericor is okay on hit points, so he will move up, and it's pretty narrow, it looks like. So I'll kind of be like a second line defense if somebody gets through.
We should get you a spear.
Actually, he's got a spear. That's a good point. That's his main weapon.
Then you're fine, second rank.
Mhm.
All right, and we'll come in second rank.
So you're sort of standing behind Horace.
Yeah, I guess so.
Gerda should step forward next to Horace if it's big enough to have to take two of us to block that door.
But I'm assuming I can't attack anything because the person just went down, and I don't have. There's nothing immediately.
There's nothing to.
You went
There's nothing to attack right now. They're sort of
That's
following.
what I thought. Okay.
I mean, your lamplight sort of fluttering through the archway there. You can catch glimpses of figures sort of moving in the darkness. And
Your gut instinct says there's 3 more of them in there.
Yeah, why don't we roll for initiative?
Yep.
Oh, beat a 50. Oh, sorry, I forgot to ask if anyone's casting spells.
Horace is casting a spell.
All right.
Well, Horace
Awesome,
actually
guys.
has the ability to cast one, but that's
I'm
beside
sorry.
the point.
Hal is casting the spell.
Oh.
Reload crossbow faster.
I'm not casting a spell this turn.
Okay. All right. So that's a
And
15.
there's Ericor.
That's a 15.
Oh.
Oh, a 12.
All right. So the apes come charging out of the darkness, engaging you in melee.
I was like, considering there's one big target in the way.
Are you standing squarely in the door?
Well, my question was, is the door wide enough it takes 2 of us to defend it, or could 2 of us keep one gorilla from the
It's about 5 feet wide.
Okay,
That's
so
about
we
a
could.
1 person, maybe 2. That's about a 1 person fighting.
Would you like? Yeah, one person can. One person exudes a zone of control that's 5 feet around them.
Yeah, that's what Horace would have done as he slashed the ape.
Okay.
And so
he's
Court and I will be the backup.
He's
yeah,
essentially blocking the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, there's no shot.
Well, let's see. One. Are you standing squarely in the middle, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I would be squarely in the middle to have gotten the best shot off.
Okay. So that means three apes can attack you.
You bet.
Let's see here.
I should have cast a spell. Silly me.
3 apes can attack through a 5-foot space.
Apparently
One in the
so.
middle and either on each
Well,
diagonal.
because it opens up, so it's not really 5 feet. It's actually like
Got
10
it.
feet. Yeah.
Got it. Right. Okay.
Let's see if that go.
Ideally, I'll try doing a pushback deed to push the ape in front of me back to let you guys in.
Oh no, you're fine where you are. Between us and the apes.
Sorry, I'm just taking some notes here on my monster stats. My quick on-the-fly conversion from AD&D1E to DCC.
That's okay.
All right. I think that's right. Yep, that looks right. Okay, here are the 3 attacks. The first 3 attacks against you, Ethan. I'm actually going to make it 2 because it's like a slightly narrow space.
Okay.
Harder to get the bite attack in there.
Yeah. That's a good point. So one of them will clearly get all of his
attacks in.
all of his attacks, and one of them will just be able to get the arms in.
Okay.
D20. And I'm looking for, what's your AC? Does an 18 hit?
I'm gonna go with no, but let me just double check for you.
Yeah, you're better than
21.
mine. Yeah.
And then the two arms that come in, flash out from behind the companion. 20. Oh, I thought that 19 was going to hit. That looks like a couple more misses. All right, that's the apes done. You guys are up.
Well, Horace is gonna try and do a pushback deed so that he's not hogging all the combat here.
Oh, he's going to try to drive them away from the archway.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attacks.
Okay.
Let's see. That one that was injured is falling back.
13.
No, that's a miss.
Okay. Deed went off, but attack didn't hit. So
We forgive you.
Mm-hmm.
So with his spear, here is Arakor's attack. I saw an 18.
I saw a 20.
I saw 35.
It's a D40.
That's right. Reroll
Let's
that.
just average them
D40.
together, and that makes a okay.
Is this Arakor attacking?
Yes.
He's not. He's -4 on all his action dice.
Okay.
Oh, that's
I'll
right,
remember
because he's wounded, but he's weakened.
Yes, but
Right.
he rolls a D40, so it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Who's next?
I don't think
Well-
I've got a shot.
Yeah, I don't think I can reach over him with my sword. But if I can move in next to him to help out or to start hitting,
You guys
I
are
will
sort
do
of
that.
jammed up here. It's sort of Horus and Arkor who can sort of melee.
Mhm.
You guys are sort of just guarding the space, I guess you'd say.
Well, then
it's basically
Gerda's
gonna be in. Yeah.
gonna go ahead and go ahead and pour water into the
It's-
thing anyway.
Yeah,
Well, while I'm
as this thing is unfolding before her, she's like, all right.
Yeah.
Well, I can't get in there. Might as well get the water out of the flask so then I can focus on what's at hand.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm assuming I've got no shot with the crossbow.
No
Yeah.
shots.
I'm going to check down the side hallway to make sure that there's nothing sneaking over there.
But you can see about 20 feet down that hallway. That's as far as your lantern light will go. Unless you have
Yes.
infravision and you want to split from the party.
No, I'm human, so no infravision.
And he doesn't want to split from the party.
No, I'm keeping an eye to make sure nothing bad comes this way. Or at least we get a speed bump of a warning. My squeak will be there's something coming.
You know, a week before last, we got through the portcullis and stepped into this big entry room, and 2 big groups of apes attacked us and a wandering monster, and the entire evening was just one encounter. It was a ball, but it was, yeah,
And a nuclear explosion.
yeah, that's right. And giants.
You guys done? Is that what
I think we're done.
I'm afraid we are.
all right?
We'd
so
like to be
Find
more
a magician
minded.
round.
initiative. Is anybody casting spells?
I am casting a spell.
No.
Got no spells to
Not
cast.
after -4.
Oh yeah.
18.
4.
You guys win the initiative. Take your actions.
Okay, well, I'm going to cast Word of Command because I can't really hit them with paralysis because I can only see some of them.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and cast your spell.
Oh,
Ooh.
that
It's an
didn't
11. Didn't quite go off, but at least it's not.
disfavor.
It's not
Right,
disfavor,
yeah.
but it is a point of disapproval.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Horace is gonna try and drive the ape back again.
Nope.
Nope, he missed on all counts.
All
That's
right.
less than
have
mighty.
A fumble.
Yeah, at least it wasn't a fumble.
Arakar is going for another stab. And this time with the -4.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, that's a hit.
With 4 damage.
Okay.
Unless that -4 is damage also.
No, it's not minus to your damage, but it just sort of grazes off its shoulder, your spear.
Right.
It's a glancing blow.
It's more than I've been able to do, so well done, sir.
mhm.
I think that's it for our turn.
I'm afraid so.
Mhm.
All right, so let's see. The first ape's going to try to knock you back, Ethan. Let's see if it can have any success at doing that.
Ooh,
Oh, it definitely did.
Yeah,
Oh, crap.
connects cleanly with its left meaty paw, and
I think that's 2 hits.
2 hits and a bite, a paw and a bite.
ow.
Oh, yeah.
Take 3 and take 5.
Ow.
8.
Take 8.
Okay. On the bright side, I mean, he's pushed me back, so
Which is enough for his companion to squirrel free, and then and then 2 more to come billowing forth. One will attack Gerda.
oh, this is fantastic. I didn't realize I was running so low on hit points.
What?
What's
I thought we
your
healed you last time.
What's your AC, Gerda?
20.
That is a 20. Do I have to meet or beat your AC?
Meet
Yep.
or beat.
Oh, that's a hit. Well, with the paw. Let's roll some more dice here. Roll the 2d20. 17 plus 4 is 21. So the paw and the bite. So now it's paws and bites all around. Paws and bites.
This is not looking so good.
You know, hope Mike shows up soon.
Mike, where are you?
Mike, we're dying.
Yeah, this will work better once we get some healing going, I think. Or just the fact that someone besides 2 people are hitting. That'll help. Then we can surround them and actually kill
Let's
them.
see. Oh, Peter, you only take a total of 3 points of damage. Gerda does, I mean.
That's 20% total. I've lost 4 total of my 20, so we're not all Horaces.
I mean,
But at least I get to hit him now.
Yeah. I'm still at over half, but
Let's see what the next leader does. If he stops and fights the Horus Arcor battle line, or if he tries to break through and go for Hammy and the rest. 5-6, Hammy and the rest. No, he fights the battle line. Does he fight Arcor or Horus? Odd, even. Horus.
of course.
You're the more obvious threat.
Is this the one who I blinded?
It is not. The one that's blinded is in the rear ranks, and that's misses all around. And the one that's blinded is sort of standing here in the archway.
Okay. So there are 3 or
There's
4
3
apes
apes
that have come
in
at us.
there's 3 apes now in the chamber with you.
Okay.
Do I have a clear line of sight on any of them?
And you could fire into the melee if you like.
No, it's not a clear line of sight. Would it be possible to sneak up behind any of them?
Yeah, that was my question.
Since he's engaged the cleric now.
Sure, you could make a hide in shadows roll to see if you could, and then as you're to prepare to backstab on the next round. How's that sound?
Can I interrupt for a second? My family just got home, so let me quickly roll an attack, and then I'm going to step away for a few minutes.
Go ahead and make your attack.
And Hammy's going to use his stealth at +8 to also try to do what Brian's doing.
Okay. That looks like a miss, Nils.
Okay.
All right, so
yeah. Okay.
So I got a +6 to my height and shadows roll. Let's see what happens. Wow, 11. Not the best high.
It would have been pretty tough, like a DC 15. I'm sorry I didn't give you the DC to check. Go ahead, Hammy, if you want a DC 15 to sort of. You're a little bit smaller, but you're pretty tall for halflings. DC 15.
Okay, so and I have a stealth and I have a +8 next to it. So does that mean I roll a +8 with this?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
There you go. That's
There's
good.
21.
Yeah. So you're able to sort of put yourself sort of behind Arcor and like
Backstab.
they don't know they don't know anywhere. They've lost any sight of you.
I'm fucking 2-weapon backstabbing next turn, the one that's going after Gerda, because Gerda and Hammy are close.
Okay.
They've been through the shit together.
Okay. Anybody else with actions for this round?
Well, the rest of the party hasn't gone, so Gerda and Horace haven't gone.
Okay.
Well, this time there's no need to do a pushback deed. Horace is just going for the throat here.
Critical
Nice.
strike.
Go ahead.
There we go.
19 total.
Nice.
Well, go ahead and roll your damage.
19.
D8 plus the 5. 13.
Killing blow. What happens, Horace?
Oh! I think you described it already. Just the jugular.
Yep.
The spray is magnificent.
Oh, yes, indeed. Horace got pushed back. He jumped up onto his feet and just laid down this ape with this sweeping blow that just sliced through almost halfway through the neck.
Great. I love it. And Gerda, is it your action remaining?
Yes, it is.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, don't forget the +2, Peter. 13.
That's a miss. Was that an attack that you were making?
Yeah, it's not a spell.
Yeah, that's a miss. Oh, I see you changed the color of your dice.
Didn't help.
Didn't hurt either. Okay, it looks like it's a new round of initiative. Anybody casting spells?
No, I'm fighting for my life right now.
Okay.
Well, I could cast a spell, but I'm fighting.
Beat a 7.
18.
All right, you guys are up.
All right. Well, Horace, do you want to do a command performance and do that again?
Horace will go for the other ape who's attacking him. He'll go for the throat again. Because it worked so well last time.
Okay.
It was pretty efficient.
21 total.
21 to hit?
Yeah.
Hit. Much damage.
Horace Oakenleaf, die, scum!
12 points.
Woo!
It's fatally wounded and it sort of steps back with its hand on its neck and its teeth barred at you, but you didn't fell it in this single blow.
It's spewing blood though.
It's not happy.
Yep.
All right. Gerda's trying to hit the one in front of her. No, that's a 12. But Hammy's coming up behind it because he didn't see me. And he's at a +3 to these rolls. So he rolled a 17. Oh, he critted! And a 15!
All right. Those are both hits.
A crit and a hit. Nice.
They must be against the same.
Oh, no, they're even higher. Because they're behind. They're rear shot. I didn't add that in.
Yes,
I forgot to give you a step up on your.
So that would have been 2d20s.
Yeah, but you hit with both, so well done.
Yeah, well, and critted with one, so that's nice.
So go ahead and take the crit on the one.
Let's see, crit table. Well, it's a Gerda, Peter. Wrong one.
Were these?
Crit table 3d10.
you want to make a luck check to see if you can attack 2 of them at once?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, give me a luck check to see if you can attack both of them at once.
Yes, I can.
All right. Let's say the crit one. The crit is going against the fresh ape.
All right.
And I have your table. What is your crit die?
D10.
All right. Modified by luck.
Correct.
Yeah, and my luck is currently a 15.
So that sounds like a +1. So that
Mhm.
puts you at a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you sneak. So this you creep up and hamstring this
I mean,
ape, and he falls to his knees. You can make another attack immediately.
oh, as he
He's
goes, I'm
down.
going right into his throat. Is this a D16?
Yeah, straight D6. He sees you now, so it's a straight D16.
Okay, with a +3, so it's a. What I just rolled? I rolled a 7.
Looks like a.
So it should be a 10.
So that'd be a 10. I think it's
Oh
enough to
no!
hit.
Pardon me. It's an 8.
Yeah, it's an 8. You rolled an 11 total.
11. You need a 14. Do you want to burn any luck?
1 luck will get me 2. 2 luck will get me 1 more.
It's not
Because
worth
I
it.
need 3. No, I'm not. I'm going to hold the luck.
All right.
But I still get damage on the other one.
You get so how much damage did you do to it with your short sword? I think that's a D6.
Didn't roll yet.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
D6. Oh yeah.
Points. All right. And the crit. Let's see. Oh, that was the crit. Now the
The other one I did
the other
4.
one is a killing blow. So that's the one that Horace had gutted badly, or who had cut badly in the neck.
Oh, as like the quick shot right to his kidney as he's grabbing his gut. So he goes over just right in the kidney, fucking silverback my ass.
Uh-huh. Awesome.
So we got,
Hammy is a deadly little guy.
so we've got 2 apes down, 2 out of 4 down. Is that right?
And 1 blinded.
So 1 combat effective.
Yes.
Okay. Morale check.
Mm-hmm. Are there any other PC actions?
Well, I
That
failed
was
my
Horace
sneak
and
roll,
Hammy.
unless
No,
there's
this is the new round, Brian. So you guys had 1 initiative. After you had failed your sneak attack, there is 1 ape hiding here in the shadows, and 1 ape out here in the main room.
I think we need to
You
deal with the one that
can attack him if you wish, or you could do whatever you like.
Oh, we'll try and attack. Why not?
Do it. I believe in you.
+3 should be already calculated. Looks like I got a 14.
Killing blow. What happened?
He was distracted by the other one and came up and just ringed it right underneath the rib cage and up, thrust it up.
Excellent.
And I'm back for the moment.
Good. You can do cleanup.
You missed
Okay.
Hammy being deadly as a motherfucker. That's
We
for
hear
sure.
you digging around in your bits box.
Yeah.
Hey, was that everyone? Oh, except for Arcor. There's the blinded ape
There's-
hiding in the darkness. Arcor charges into the room, thrusting his spear ahead of him.
And getting it too.
Yeah, and like this, jabbing it into the flagstones. The
Hardcore may have
flagstone
been the
floor.
blind one.
Yeah.
Is that everyone? You guys,
Horse hasn't gone. Horse has not attacked this round.
No, Horace did.
He did?
he cut the
Oh,
neck.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Sorry.
And it was like he'd left like
Distracted.
1 hit point that Hammy then finished off.
Right. He hit an arterial bleeder, but it hadn't killed him yet.
Right. We make a mean ass team.
We do. we get even more mean when we have wizards behind us.
Okay, the 1 ape that's still in the chamber is like just it's got its one of its hands over its eyes and it's just lashing out with its big huge meaty ape paw. But that's all it's doing. It's standing in place, like just flailing blindly.
Well, Horus will
Horus?
finish it off.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you it gets an attack at you as you come in. It hears you.
That makes sense.
It's ape-like reflexes or ape-like hearing.
Oh!
That's a crit for a paw.
Oh.
And
Does it get all 3 attacks? Because
Yep.
it's covering up one of its eyes.
yeah, because the first paw lashes out,
Mhm.
and then the second one comes down and like finds you cleanly, and he pulls you towards him and bites you right in the shoulder. So here's the crit for the paw. Let's see. Sorry, just going to my monster crit table. Table 3 with a D10.
Take your time and roll ineffectively.
Give me some funky dice.
Ugh.
Oh, remember what happened to Gib?
Oh, it just bit your leg.
He just punched you in the femur, inflicting an additional 2d6 points of damage, and you lose 10 feet of movement until you are healed.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be right in there healing you. And
Well, if he doesn't have damage with these attacks, I could be dying here.
yeah, I know. We're going to work on this.
6 points of damage plus D3 is 7 points of damage, and then now the bite, which is a D8, D6,
It's a
D8,
D6.
D6.
So it's a D6.
It's a D6.
It was when it
7,
bit me.
11 points.
Still alive.
Oh God!
Can't take that many more crits, guys.
No, Gerda's coming in to heal, and Hamy's shooting from the doorway.
Well, okay.
Into the melee.
No,
I think it's the start of a new initiative, is it? Oh, Gerda's casting a spell. Okay.
No, I mean, Hammy's flying into the room. He's like,
a little ball of sword.
that's right, just like a little Tasmanian devil.
Yeah.
Beat a 23.
Nope.
can't.
we can't beat it.
Well, you could with
Okay.
luck if you want.
No.
Nope.
All right, here comes the ape. He knows where Horus is.
Yes, he does.
20.
But maybe he gets distracted because what's his name came in too. He's got 2 possible targets.
Well, yeah, it wasn't quite.
There's a
10.
fumble in there.
There's a fumble on the bite, but there's also a 21.
One of the
21 on the
hits.
paw.
Yeah,
So-
that paw hits.
Take 1
One
point
more.
of damage. All
Still
right, let's
alive.
see. And then the fumble. Oh, the fumble. It's just a D4, right, for monsters? Could you do something special with your fumbles for monsters, Brian?
There's a fumble chart
For
that I
monsters?
got online. Yeah.
Oh, there
that's
you go.
for monsters. Do me find and just email you a copy?
Sure, that'd be great. So he bites his lip and takes a penalty on his next attack roll.
Horus is gonna try and finish this thing off.
All right, go ahead and make your attack.
He
Any
is
mighty
gonna-
deed?
He is gonna slice this thing's throat.
Oh, more throat slicing.
I'm
Okay.
good for a leg shot. You're on the ground.
Yeah,
There are a lot of
howling.
arteries down
Yeah.
there.
Let's see how you do.
Ask Hammy.
That looks like a miss.
11.
Yeah, so much pain is flooding your body. You
Clearly,
can hardly swing your sword.
that's not surprising.
Is Hammy now whirling in like the
Fuck
great
yeah.
dervish?
Yeah,
that he is?
he's got to help out Horace.
Okay.
Ah! Each of these is a +3.
1 hit.
I'll
6
take it.
damage.
Wait a minute, cancel. I don't know what I pushed some weird button. D6 of damage. Well, it's already wounded, so it's got a 3 points.
Okay. It's still enraged.
Gert is casting Healing Hands. Oh,
crap.
Uh-oh.
That's major
Yep.
distance. That's like I think that's 3d4.
Okay, so what is your what's your
I'm at disapproval 5 now.
Is that 5? So
that
you
took
missed
me
it,
to 5.
so you missed it by 4, so that's 4d4.
Oh, nice.
Just hope for the one where you just have to be really, really humble to everyone for the next day.
Well, I'm still looking for 2. I'm still looking for
We
2.
have a custom
Ildevar disapproval.
custom
Total of 10.
difficulty.
Mm.
Let's see, where is it? Where do you see light?
And Horace, your leg shrills up and falls off.
Here it
Don't
is.
help him, Nils.
What was the total?
10.
10. Nay, her wrath is nigh unstoppable. Your next disapproval is plus 10.
Perfect.
And all will love me.
And despair.
So the next disapproval check you make will be plus 10 to whatever you roll.
Casting spells for a while, I guess.
You know, I think you're going to be resting up.
Is that disapproval or disfavor check?
That's a good question.
Next,
Disfavor.
disfavor.
Okay. Cool.
Well, I guess I have to stand and fight this goddamn
The
thing.
next time he rolls on the table.
Right. Cool.
Well, let's see if Eric can do something.
Oh, that's right. He has some sort of
spear flailing around in the dark.
Well, he is pretty messed up.
Are we sure Arcor is not blind right now?
Do you need
All I
me to
ask is
come in
the
there?
cleric not to heal me.
Please don't.
Don't
heal me.
worry. Right now, I'm planning on just hauling our wounded asses out of the dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm
If
thinking.
we survive this encounter.
I'm thinking
Because there's
we
no
may
way
have-
we're going to the smoke demon without Gib.
Yeah, I'm almost thinking we may have to go rest after this.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah, no question.
5 disfavor here. Yeah, I know.
Horace is dwindling on hit points, and he has a lot of hit points.
So stay out of the way. Don't get hit again.
It's-
That's
Can
not
you-
up to me. That's up to the dice.
Don't tell me you need Hal to go in there and finish things off. That would
Yeah,
be
yeah,
amazing.
You guys won the initiative, right?
No, you
we rolled a
did.
23. We didn't even bother.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
You,
And
you
he
went
pawed it. And
And so we're at a new initiative now.
pawed at the. Mhm.
Yep, new initiative.
What is? Did Hal take an action?
No,
Hal's
he
the only
did
one who
not.
hasn't.
Do you want Hal to try the level 2 thief here? Let's see what he can do. Step in
Well,
with his longsword.
Well, you could try and patch Horace up, but
You want me to try and patch horse? Or you want me to try and stab
he's
this
not, he's
thing?
not dead. I say try and move into the shadows and stab this thing in the back.
On the next
Next one?
initiative. Okay, well go ahead and make if you want to do that, Brian. Just make
All
your
right. I
hide
need to
in shadows. It is it would be DC. Well, he is kind of
He's blind.
and blinded, so I'll make it a DC 10 just to avoid his simian ape-like reflexes.
All right, there goes. 22.
Wow, yeah. So you like slip around behind the edge of that northern wall and start shimmying around that arched wall, like kind of creeping to make your backstab attack. All right. Anybody casting a spell?
I think I'm going to hold off for now.
Oh, are you sure? I mean, okay. Here's the 8.
Oh, goodness.
beat
We can
me
technically tie it.
21.
We could tie it with a nat 20.
I'm going to get my dice back down to normal here.
Ooh.
Not even close.
Nope.
It was kind of close.
It was almost
No.
an 18, right?
18, yeah. All right. Let's see. There are Arcor,
4 targets.
Horace.
Or 3 targets.
Mhm.
No, 4
Yeah.
targets because of Hammy.
Yeah,
No,
we
3
got
targets
Gertie.
because House and Shadows. Sorry.
Hal is
Hammy
up.
attacked him.
Horace and Hammy. Oh,
Hammy fucking attacked him, and Gerda's right there too. But
Horace, here you go.
Here we go
good
again.
thing you got good armor. That's all I have to say.
Well, it hasn't been helping because he's been rolling 18s and 20s.
No, I'd really
consistently.
rather you roll badly, Aaron. Could you roll like I've been rolling, please?
Mhm. 3d20.
Okay.
Oh, they all missed. Thank goodness. That was close.
What is your AC?
21.
Oh, all right. Well, that burn a point of luck. No, I don't have any.
Horace is in full battle rage at this point.
Well, yes, but he's also like
In severe
dragging
pain.
Yes, that's why he's in
Lame
such a,
leg
that's why he's in
behind
such a
him,
rage.
yeah. All right. Go ahead and make your attack, Horace.
You bet. This time he's not wasting effort going for the throat. He's just gonna cut the femoral artery.
Okay.
Yeah, one
Leg
good turn
for
deserves
leg.
another.
Yeah.
And he does it.
All right. That's
23.
How much damage do you do? 5 plus?
It's gonna be 6.
5 plus 1 more. That's a killing blow.
10 points.
That's a killing blow. All right, guys.
You hear Horace give an exacerbated scream as he just rips his sword through the femoral artery.
Scream, eh?
He can. No.
No. Oh.
You had to say it.
I did.
Fucking. Goddamn carrion crawlers are coming back. Those things.
All right. You guys are. What are you guys doing?
Patching up our wounded.
Okay. How are you doing that?
Well, we're gonna set the bone in his leg for one thing.
All right. Are you just tying a rough splint or? And he's hobbling. What's your base movement, Ethan?
Oh, this is not going to be good. He's in armor.
Normally
so,
20 feet with my armor, so 10
Okay,
feet
so
right
you're
now.
down to 10 feet. So you guys are moving slow out of the dungeon.
Yeah.
we are.
Okay. Any casting happening for cure light wounds or any of that stuff? Or you're just gonna try to.
You're just dying to use that plus 10.
I just wanna
You
make
just
sure.
want to try it. I just want to try it. I just want to try it, please.
Opportunity to recover what meager resources you have as you try to flee the dungeon.
Ethan, how many points do you have right now?
Could you stamina burn?
I have 10 hit points.
Left?
Yeah,
Okay.
That is my max hit points.
that's out of 42 hit points.
Which is why
God.
you're carrying the lantern now.
Yes, I will take the lantern gladly.
All right, so you guys just making the best time you can out of the dungeon.
Yeah, and I just made a
Yes.
move. I didn't know how often you want to make rolls.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure this out. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's really no point in me
6,
stamina burning right now, purely because time is of the essence.
Yeah.
9, 10.
I'm not going to
Gonna
have 10
take you,
minutes
like-
to get out of here.
It's going to take you like 10 tries, 10 turns to get out of the dungeon.
Okay.
Moving at this kind of slow clip because of
Being wounded.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so let's
Moving
see if
all
we
at
have
once.
any encounters.
Of course, you're only going to check it once every 5 turns. So
Horace may need Gerda to try a healing roll if we get into combat.
Yeah, I'll take the chance if that's the case.
Yeah, you guys make it out okay without
Oh.
any encounters.
Or any more disapproval.
I will move you to the surface layer.
Where if only the cleric who is actually there were actually there.
And let's see, that took you 10 rounds. 2, 3.
So Iridian says, back so soon?
And then go ahead and consume that cross. You're going to need to refill the lantern with one of your
my oils.
oils if you like, and you can certainly camp now if you wish.
I'm thinking camping's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
and setting a watch.
Do we want to heal now or heal after the day resets?
After the day, probably.
Yeah, with my disapproval at 5.
And plus 10 on the next roll.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'd rather reduce my. Yeah.
her wrath is nigh unstoppable.
Which is why we're taking an E.
Yeah, I'm afraid we have to do that. I'm not even going to cast healing on my arm tonight.
Garrett looks at everyone and goes, "You're badly beat up, but I won't heal you."
No, he's off foraging. He's off foraging.
He seems to do that a lot.
If anybody wants to, they can stamina burn. It's a complete round of rest.
Yeah, Horace will do that because when the day resets, he might get it back.
How many points of stamina will you reburn?
Just one.
Just one? Okay.
Is that one hit die back?
That's one hit die for Horace.
Oh.
That was a big one. And now he's back at half health.
For some reason, Ericor is shown as being down 2 stamina, and I can't remember why. Did I? Oh, that's right. I think I burned already before when I got taken out.
Probably.
You may have lost a point from what was your random physical trait that you lost for?
Oh, that was it.
For rolling the body.
Right, and is that permanent?
Yes,
it is.
Okay. I lose 1 point of that as part of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I must have burned one. Okay. All right. So I will.
You may have burned one in your resting in the dungeon at some point.
Mm-hmm. So I burned 2 more. And I'll heal 1 hit point. So I'm almost, other than my. And we can burn 1 during the day while we're resting, and then we get 1 back overnight, right?
Theoretically.
Correct.
All right, stamina. Okay, so I'm pretty much back to my full self.
What's Arcor's maximum HP?
25 and a 22.
And then what is Gerda's HP?
My HP? Oh, I'm down by 3.
Okay, and what's your
So I
total?
have 17.
17 out of 20?
Yeah. Sadly, with Mike not here,
that was pretty exciting.
yeah, it was deadly.
Yeah, on both
That's the
sides.
word I was thinking.
What was that, Nils?
So that's not quite the word I would think.
I was on the edge of my seat.
You were biting us.
You were.
Aaron likes apes.
Don't set Buffy off.
Damn dirty apes.
Oh, these damn dirty apes. Okay.
Now we have another problem with Mike not here is,
Well, let's go ahead and do our camping.
Is that now that Oryx is gone completely.
And Oryx fades from the 8th day of the sword. Okay, everybody eat a point of food or feed a companion.
Yes, feed a companion, please.
We'll have a conversation. The thieves and the halflings can both recover a point of luck. Everybody except for Horace can recover a point of stamina burn. Horace, you're in too much pain to rest easy this evening.
Fair enough.
In fact, you lose another point of stamina.
Okay.
Everybody can recover 1 hit point.
I better roll well in the morning.
Reset your disapproval to 1.
Mm-hmm.
And recover 1 point of spell burn. That might be important for Ridian and Arcor tracking.
So I'm guessing Horace didn't recover any HP over the night?
He recovered 1 hit point.
1 hit point? Okay.
I give you the 1 hit point. It is let's see, dawn breaks on the 9th day of the sword, and there is a -2 spell check penalty in place.
Oh, fuck.
That was the other reason I was going to suggest we do the healing now.
Well, that would have been a big risk for the cleric, right?
Yeah, that could have gone really badly.
Could have.
So now that the disapproval's reset, does he also lose that +10 on the chart, or is that?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, good.
So I'm at a +4 for the day. I'm going to try healing.
Who are you healing, Horace?
Healing the injury.
23. And I'm healing condition. Yeah,
Yes, you're
I'm trying to heal the
wound.
broken leg.
Okay, so that will heal the broken leg, but not provide any hit points.
Correct.
That's quite
You're
okay.
at 11 hit points.
But like Gib,
Currently,
you
I'm
take
at
it bad. You have a niggling injury, so you do lose 5 points, 5 feet of movement permanently.
Woo, we are definitely moving slow.
We're all keeping up with Hammy. Okay, how bad are you on hit points? Do you need me to try again?
I am currently at 22 out of 42.
Mm.
Is this against?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that was close.
23. That gives you your
I'm adjacent.
adjacent, right?
Mhm.
4 dice.
And he can have all 4 of them at this level.
Yes, I can. Yay.
There you go.
7. I am at full. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't help you with a limp. You're going to have that forever. But it's probably best we remember some of these lessons. I say rubbing my arm. Poor Gib. We haven't seen him since yesterday. I hope he's okay.
He's off in the woods, communing with the fairies
He's
again.
off in the multiverse.
Mhm.
Well, hopefully he can bring another eternal champion with a magic weapon before we go back against that smoke demon.
Let's see. Let's slot you into the marching order. Hal.
Yep, he's near the back or the front, depending on what we want to do.
Well, I want to check out the hallway we did not continue down, and I also, before we do that, want to go try blowing the whistle at our other statue.
Oh,
Is it Gib who has the whistle, though?
Yeah, but I think Aaron would give us the party having the whistle since it's important.
Oh, that's true. Gib is absent without the whistle. That's
before
a
we
son
do
of a
that,
bitch.
was there ever any effect of him Gerda putting the water in the bowl?
No effect.
It's not one we could see.
The bowl got wet.
I see Hal is kind of small in this as this token, but where is he going? He's like hammy size. Where is he going in the marching order?
That's a good question. What are we doing?
I'd say put you in the
Oryx is
middle.
not present.
Put you somewhere near the middle with the lantern.
Sure.
Arcor's still coming on this party.
Yep.
Right.
He's feeling a lot better now.
Are you guys happy with the marching order the way it is?
Are we
I
going?
believe so, yes.
North.
No, I forgot.
Yep.
Nils, are you back to full?
Pretty much. I'm down like 1 or 2 points. Yeah.
Okay, so you don't need to be healed right now?
No.
No.
Okay.
Is Hal carrying the lantern?
Hal is carrying the lantern, apparently.
Am I driving again?
I think you are. We did so well last time.
And our car is no longer at a -4, right?
Correct.
I hope.
Nope, he's rested,
He's rested, so he's okay.
Okay, so did we determine, Aaron, if Gib left the whistle hanging from his tent pole when he went running off in the woods?
Well, make a luck check.
Let Hammy make the luck check.
Hammy's guys should say Hammy's making a luck check. Oh, crap, the one time I rolled a fucking 19. Fuck me, Gib, I'm gonna kick you in the balls.
You can all yell at Mike later.
Fucking car. Goddamn Mike's car. It's not Mike's fault.
Sorry.
We only have one choice because the wizard who casts enlarge is staying up here, so it's not like we're going to be embiggenated to be able to bash
Push
our
through
way through the portcullis again.
Aircore has enlarged.
Oh, I spoke too soon. Stuck in the. There we go. And we're going to go down the hall.
I assume we just go back down
We're
the way
back
we
in the
were at.
dungeon.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. It's a dark and creepy
Contemplated
place.
running away for a while, but then we thought, we want to level up. Loris is really itching to get that second hit or that second attack die, and he's also itching to get that increased crit range.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Get that 18
And
to 20
I'm sure we
range.
could go search some more in the rooms with the standing apes, but until we have another wizard and or an eternal champion, I don't really want to fuck with apes.
No,
Well,
considering
we
how
might
many
get
18 to
stuck.
20s have been rolled.
And that's where we find ourselves.
We didn't loot the
Okay.
bodies, guys. We need to loot the bodies.
There's nothing on these bodies.
No, they're just naked monkeys. Well,
Are we
apes.
sure?
Yes.
Are we really sure? Did we search the room? We didn't search the room.
No, we can search the room now.
Let's search the room.
Okay.
Oh, look, a +5 sword.
Yeah. A +5 Vorpal sword, +10 versus monkeys.
Yeah, we should really get a wizard to craft a monkey bane sword because
We
Lord
could
knows
use
that
one.
we need to.
I'm trying to
expensive.
paint non-metallic metal earth sky reflection, and it is a bitch to do.
That
Ouch.
sounds awful.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to make a shield look like it's a mirrored finish.
Let's see.
Mm.
Traveled 1, 2, 3. Okay, took you about yeah, took you about an hour and a half total to get back to this point with all the resting and camp breaking
Sure.
and all that kind of stuff.
Horace is gonna need to do some PT. Get that leg back going.
Mhm.
We're still going to call you Limpy.
Or gimpy.
So the room to the west is similar to those other ape chambers that you found, sort of bits of straw, tossed rags, and the slot at the western edge of the room.
Where they throw their poop.
At the floor. Yeah, it's like 18 by 8. That just kind of slopes off into the darkness there.
I don't kind of look for anything shiny or interesting or out of the ordinary.
Oh, yeah, spend some time searching.
Bananas.
Yep.
Bananas.
You and your
No, you
bananas. They don't eat normal food. We don't
you
know
don't-
what they eat, but we offered them normal food and they didn't eat it.
You don't find anything in your searching.
Rats. Okay.
No rats either. They ate them.
They ate the centipedes.
They did right in front of us, just shooting them to pieces like they were fucking Twizzlers.
Which, by size comparison, they were. I see the entrance to the portcullis.
Oh, good. We can skip that one. Oh, wait. I'm guessing there's a. Yep, there's a handle to open it. Ooh, let's turn it. Look, we found another portcullis. I say we turn the handle.
Yes, I concur.
Let's see what's in the room first.
I'm gonna pull the lever.
This room
I'm a
is
natural lever
this,
pull.
this room is large and bare. It is 40 by 40. There's porticli to the north and east.
Portcullises. I like portculli though. That's good.
There are portculli to the north and the east. There are doors to the north, west, and south, which you could potentially
see.
see. Yeah.
We can
Yeah,
see them.
this looks. This is very not the same, but it's kind of similar to where we got our asses kicked. No, we actually won that one, but it was a tough fight. Okay, so I say we go turn that thing and at least open a couple portcullises.
I agree.
Okay. And it begins raising the portcullis to the north.
Excellent. So we have a way to beat a hasty retreat if we have to.
But you see no mechanism for locking it in place. When you let go of the wheel, the portcullis just winds down. Wham!
We need to find a metal bar.
Mm-hmm. Or an iron spike.
Well, it's not like we have to get through this thing, so
That's true.
Do we know where that leads?
yeah, it goes up. Oh, here, I'll show you.
Oh, let's see. You lit your lantern for 6 hours. Is that right, Brian? 6 hours?
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
1, 2,
They're way long.
Can we move through that yet? No, we're stuck behind it. There we go.
Mhm.
There was a whole other. We're not moving here. I'm just showing it off to the people who don't have it on their map. And this took us up.
Came around. You came around the other side, Brian. I mean, Peter, is that what you did?
No, I went right through the portcullis.
It did allow you to pass. Interesting.
Maybe just one direction, and then there's another portcullis up here. Oh, I didn't know that worked that way. My arrows move me. And then there was this hallway along here at the end of it and down is where the frog is. Right there. There's a gorilla with horns in his ears, like trumpet horns, like he's a deaf gorilla. And we want to try and
that.
Yeah, we want to try and the whistle that Gib wandered off with.
Bastard.
So we're not up here right now. I just wanted to show you guys how this connected up.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So we're still down.
Down. Yep, right there.
Anybody driving? Who's got my guy? There he is. Somebody moving him?
Not me.
I'm not.
I am. Okay, let's do it.
Both are.
I wonder if we can get through the portcullis from this direction. We can.
You guys move south. Go ahead and move south. I just hadn't correctly drawn the dynamic lighting.
Nope.
You can't pass the portcullis unless you raise it in that go south.
Well,
right, but we didn't actually go up there. We're still on that
square.
We can't.
So you're gonna have to move us.
You can't actually move through the portcullis.
The portcullis you can only move through one direction.
You know what I bet happened was that at the layer at which you moved your mouse moved just enough through the bars for you to be able to pass that area. So I did draw it right.
It worked.
No, I moved you guys from.
I was all pleased with myself.
All right, now we're back to where we should be. Brian has some more information about the dungeon.
So that's why we don't need to keep that open right now, because we can get out the other way.
Yeah.
Okay,
but I think we should listen at this door or peek down this portcullis. As always, we can't see anything past it.
You can see as far as your lantern light will show you.
Right. And the bars are too close together for either Hammy or Hal to move through, right?
Hal is a human, correct?
He's human. He's not that skinny.
Well, you could make a luck check for Hammy to move through the bars.
It'd be one way, though.
Well, I'm guessing just on the other side there's the way to open it up. What do you think?
Don't split the party.
All right, we'll go to the door. What do you think, Nils?
Yes, I think let's go to the door and not have you trapped on the other side so we can watch you die while we can't get to you.
That would be horrible. All right, we're going to try and open this door.
All right. Hang on, I'm just making a quick check on my notes.
Just make sure you write down that this is the room full of friendly creatures
that have lots of magic weapons they want to give us for free.
Care Bear armorers.
Care Bears are us.
That's right.
One of them's got a sword on his little tummy. One's got a helmet on his little tummy.
That's awful.
Oh, I know what to get you now, Peter. Some bears, some teddy bears for you to paint.
Oh, you know I will. Oh, I so want to get, what is it? Not Stitch Fable. Something.
I know what you're talking about. It's one of the Malifaux games, right?
No, it's a new, well, it's a board game, and the whole thing is played in a book, and as you turn the page, it's a different playing board, and the concept is you are toys from the nursery trying to go rescue the children who were kidnapped by these kind of warped Stitch golems and their wacky master.
Wow.
Oh, it's oh shit, what's the name? Yeah, Aaron and I were looking at it at DunderCon. I don't have $75 for it, but it looks like a beautiful sort of Raggedy Ann and Andy, and the little plastic miniatures are lovely. But I love the whole, you're telling a story as you go through it.
What's it called?
Wow, I'm trying to remember.
We saw it at the convention together?
Yeah, we saw it in the dealer's room. I was telling you about it.
I was not impressed.
You were not impressed.
I don't remember, so I must not have been that impressed. Okay, so there are. I've drawn out some features for this room that have these. There are 3 granite slabs laying on the floor here, running north to south. They all look similar, except for the one that's furthest to the south is slightly wet, and there's like a gray powdering around the edges of it. And there is also on that diagonal shelf here is another simian, mummified and simian interned in that space.
So there's powder around the wet granite?
Yeah, so that this I'll draw on the map for you, so I can be a little more visual with my explanation, I guess. This this granite slab has this sort of grayish blue powder around the edge of the slab itself, and you can see it's sort of wet, moist, I guess, around the edges of the granite slab.
Like a slime of some sort.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, or some sort of residue from the some sort of acidic thing.
I don't like it.
I don't either. If we had a hireling, I'd have them lick it for us.
You go lick it. Nurgle and Nergal and Slanesh.
What I pay you for?
Is there anything unusual on the ceiling above it? Like
no, not on the not on the ceiling. No.
Okay.
Horse draws his sword and puts the tip of the blade like on the slime, or the slime
around
wet goo.
This kind of bluish gray powder.
Yep. See if it's corrosive to metal or if it's something else.
Then don't use your sword.
I could say you should borrow one of my crossbow bolts then.
I'm trying to keep my distance.
Yeah, I mean, some of it sort of scrapes and flecks off. Some of the motes kind of float up in the air a little bit, but not very high, just sort of around that base of the granite slab that's on the floor.
So how thick are these slabs?
They're about 5 inches thick.
Well, Hammy should take a page out of a Gibbs book and start digging through this body, looking through the body, looking for gems in the chest.
Who's doing that?
Hammy.
Okay, hang on. I'll take some time.
While I just put that out there. He's that kind of guy. So he has a personality of 7.
Kind of
You're just looking for loot.
That's it.
Looking for loot in all the wrong places.
Well, that is also true.
Okay. Let's see where. So sorry, somebody was. Oh, Hammy drug out the body and says, "I think Gib do this all the time." Is that what's
pretty
happening?
much. Yeah.
So, Aaron, these stone slabs on the floor, do they look like they were designed to be here, kind of moved here? Or are they like?
You haven't seen a lot of granite here in the tomb so far. That's just like sort of a new feature.
In fact,
like
everything seems to
mortared,
be attached to walls or floors, not set in place, but actually like it was carved when the when this was dug
Yeah,
out.
it's seamless, I guess would be
Yeah.
the way to describe
So
it.
the fact that they're
definitely,
different-
these definitely do have a seam about them.
And it's only the bottom one that has the bluish thing around it.
The south one, yeah.
Maybe we try moving the north one.
Yeah, I was wondering if they cover a tomb.
Or
Probably lich, demi-lich, you know, nothing major.
I
Well,
figured
if
it might be
that's-
worth a shot. Moving it.
If that's the case, then the one that's got the stuff on it might be the one that's been moved recently, and
Yep.
or at least movable.
Well, we could try the north one.
I say we start with the one that doesn't seem to have some sort of ooze or satanic demon dust.
All right, fine.
It's
Yeah,
just ectoplasm, guys. It's okay.
Who's going to move it?
Horace will.
We all look at Horace.
Well, I
Horace
got a
will,
strength of 10. That's nothing.
Yeah, Horace will put his warrior muscles into trying to push it.
Okay. Strength check, DC 12, please.
No.
Oh, that was almost an 18.
Yeah, you're not able to budget yourself. You could have friends help, and I'll let you have another roll.
Hal has a strength of 16. He'll help.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
He's a buff thief.
What's your modifier there, Brian? It's plus 1 or plus
What's
2
a plus
for
2?
16?
It's a +2.
All right. So for you, it's a DC 10. I'll give you a shift up because Horace is also helping.
Okay, so I need to find a D20. Oops.
D24, because he's going to shift up.
Funky dice.
Thank you. D24.
Funky, funky, funky. Oh, there it is.
21.
Plus
Hardy,
2,
hardy, hardy.
23. So yeah.
So you're able to you're like the treasure hunter that you've always been born to be.
Murder hobos.
Didn't want them to know that though.
And there's a cavity set beneath this in the floor, set beneath this slab. That's 5 feet wide, 6 feet tall, and 4 feet deep. And within
Body
it,
sized.
one of the preserved, one of the mummified apes there at the bottom of the cavity. Hammy comes from the butchery of the taxidermed ape in the burial chamber. He gets to the chest and he yanks out this huge pearl the size of his fist.
Oh my god.
And it's irradiating a magical aura.
So is the creature in the crypt beneath us moving, breathing, twitching?
No, you're surprised by these things and the behavior of Hammy. One of the common features of these rooms that are shaped like this with the diagonal wall is they have an inset burial shelf, sort of about waist height. It's about maybe 3 feet tall. And inset into that burial shelf is a stuffed, preserved, taxidermed ape.
Well, what's left of one?
Well, and now what's left of one, since Hammy's drug it out and followed Gibbs' example of
He's
tearing
shiny.
into the stuffing of the
It is
because
paid off.
they've found in the past they've found some gemstones inside these corpses, and now Hammy's found this radiating pearl.
Excellent.
I wonder, does it seem to be about the same size as the depression we saw in the other room?
The depression. Oh, you mean the pedestal?
Yeah. Had that little depression for putting something round in it.
Well, yeah, you could probably set that pearl on top of those ringed tubes that were around the pedestal itself. If I had to draw that, I know what I was going to do. Check this out, guys. Look, I made a sketch pad for roll 20 where we could draw out things that are difficult to explain.
Cool.
Of course, I can't draw with beans anyway. So
well, I mean, we all can't be Peter, but if we
No,
were
we
looking
can't
at that
be.
pedestal,
Oh, anyone can learn to draw,
it's a cylinder.
right?
That's a pretty awful cylinder. But all
Yeah.
around the cylinder are these tubes that
About
are
as good as my
closely abutted to one another, right?
And they're all the same height, and
Well,
some
they're
are
varying heights and sizes and diameters.
Are
But
they
and some
hollow
are
if you were
pipes?
pinched,
looking at the top of it, it would be, like this kind of thing.
right?
Wait, are
And
they
some
hollow? They're hollow pipes.
They are
Right.
hollow. Some are pinched at the top, some are pinched in the middle.
they're all
So-
different.
And there are
It-
concentric rings of this, and they get to a certain point, and you know what I can do too?
If they're all varying
Is
heights,
I can draw with my finger.
This might be some sort of stone.
But
flute.
why isn't it drawing with my finger?
Did you wash your hands?
I was just thinking that.
Oh, I thought we saw in a room there was something that had a spherical depression in it.
Now that I'm seeing this being drawn out, I'm thinking this particular pedestal almost reminds me of like a circular stone flute.
Right. That's what I was asking about blowing into it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it looks like the tip of a flute, not the mouthpiece of a flute.
So
Right.
it's blowing into it could come out, sound could come out somewhere else in the dungeon and summon all kinds of funky creatures.
Mm-hmm. Sure, why not?
Well,
Not like
there-
we're in a dungeon.
So
or
anyway,
something.
that was something that I thought of last week, was making a separate map for a sketch pad.
that's
It's
a
a
good
cool
idea.
idea, Aaron.
Cool.
That's cool.
Could you refresh our memory as to what the second statue looked like? Because it wasn't sitting with horns in its ears.
It
It
had a-
wasn't. It had a flute, like a traditional orchestral flute clasped to its chest.
Right, and it was part of the carving. That's right.
Right. And remember when you touched it, it said something?
Don't touch me.
Yes. No, it said something about a bad egg.
It said, feed a bad egg.
Yes.
Feed a bad egg, yeah.
Which, I mean, technically speaking, the orb we have might be considered a bad egg.
Hmm.
The pearl, rather.
Mhm.
Do we
Well,
want
we've got-
to move
we've
the
got
other granite
one-
slabs?
Well, there's still a corpse in the one that I just pushed open.
Yeah, and Hammy's feeling lucky. Wait, let me write down that he's got this.
Glowing pearl.
Glowing
Glowing
pearl. I'd say we might want to stab the thing that's in the crypt with the sphere
Glowing.
we've got.
Fist-size pearl.
There was also
Okay.
there was also some inscriptions from around a variety of places that we've seen so far. I'm looking and I don't. Oh, here we go. Okay, well, that was for the sphere runes. Breath of life enlarges the sphere and the converse.
Yeah, breathe and live, suck and die.
But that's another round thing that we've gotten that can be put into
Yeah.
that depression.
Yes.
So I thought there was something else. I thought like what in one of the brain. I know there was just different words written in the brain chamber, but I thought one of the
Right.
other bodily places had some sort of
Yeah, there was something about
Inscriptions.
following the eyes.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
just wanted to kind of review
Oh
that.
wait, I wrote that down on my character sheet. Disregard the body, its many forms deceive. Follow the eyes, the unerring shepherd. They unerringly shepherd the mind. And we're sure as hell not going to go through those double doors without Gib.
No, we still got some stuff to loot here, so.
You'll loot. So yeah, Hammy thinks we need to hack up this next body. We're gonna check the chest. I'm feeling lucky.
I
Somebody
think we-
wants that green stuff.
I think someone needs to stab it with a spear
All right.
while it's still in the hole before it comes up.
Yeah, Arikor will use his spear to finally
Stab
successfully
down
hit
and it
something.
like thumps into the mummified corpse of this ape. It's unmoving.
Excellent. Just want to make sure it doesn't animate on us.
Spoken like a true GM.
Not that it would ever happen in any of my dungeons.
No, but it
Scribbling
happens
down
in all
ideas.
of my dungeons. My dungeons are full of mummies.
So you're jumping down there?
Yeah,
Hammy?
Hammy's feeling pretty gutsy.
And
It's
you're
a
gonna-
4-foot cavity, you said? 4 feet deep?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
like 10 feet deep.
He's
It's
about 4
feet.
feet tall.
He can lower himself down there. He's fine.
He may need help getting out, but
Yeah, so spending some time butchering that
The first one.
mummified ape in that northernmost cavity, you pull forth another pearl. It's slightly smaller than the first, and it's a sort of a pinkish color. This pearl.
Interesting.
just a normal pearl or getting a magical vibe.
Horace wouldn't know.
Well, just because last time as soon as Hammy had pulled it,
That's true.
We
There
thought
is no magical radiance from this one.
Okay.
Well,
Horace
this is-
doesn't even
you
know that
probably
it's a
figure it's
pearl.
worth about 100 gold pieces, Peter.
Pardon me. Let me write that down. Pearl 100.
Horace doesn't even know it's a pearl. So
It's round. It's pretty. It
Make a
glows.
nice pommel on a sword, as far as you.
exactly.
Right. A counterbalance.
Okay. Well, I say you two gentlemen put your backs into that
Next one?
second
The
one.
other one.
All right.
All right. So it's a DC 12. Oh no. Sorry. Is Hal and Horace?
Hal
are
and
working
Horace
together.
working
Mhm.
together.
Okay. So it's a shift up DC 10.
And Ericor's ready with the spear just in case something jumps out.
All right.
So that's a 17.
That's with your mods and whatnot. Your plus
Yeah,
two.
plus 2 for strength.
Your DC 10 counted the.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't matter anyway. It's
was
still
the adjustment.
15.
It's
is-
a pass.
Yeah.
Similar cavity in the floor. Another mummified corpse there.
Horace
Another mummified
waves his hand
simian
towards
corpse.
Hammy.
All right, I'm going to do what I'm good at. Watch my back, guys.
Mhm.
Yeah, somebody watch the door just to make sure nothing bursts in.
Like gorillas.
Again.
Centipedes, giant smoke demons.
God, all bad things.
Insect swarms.
Even small smoke demons.
So
Ah.
this, butchering this hapless taxiderm specimen, you pluck another pearl from its chest. It's a similar reddish hue, and again worth 100 gold pieces.
Nice.
Horace is looking very deeply into the pommel of his sword that's non-existent right now.
So this last one with the stuff on it, I'm much more wary of.
Yeah, me too. It's one of those
Mine-
things like, do we really feel like being greedy?
I mean, if you want to open it, I would suggest doing something like having one of us take one of our offhand weapons and like trying to sweep some of the dust to one side.
Yeah, I got a
Mhm.
bad feeling about this last one.
I got a bad feeling about
If we were to
Why say
open
that?
it,
How you got a bad feeling about this?
it.
you're so negative.
But I'm usually right.
Oh,
So do we want to open it?
Sure.
it's wet and it's different. That makes it scary.
Yeah.
All right. So this blue goo is all around the outside edge of it.
Yeah, we're using an
yeah,
arrow to
it's-
move.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's sort of like a chalky dust. You scraped a little bit of it off. And I've
Right.
given you a description about that.
Yeah, we'll scrape off more of it to make a handhold so we're not touching the stuff.
Oh, I see. So you're trying to find like sort of a clearer area in which to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead and make your check there.
Gerda's going to get ready to cast Banish if she has to.
Nope.
That looks like a 4.
Yeah, your guys
No.
are unsuccessful at moving this last slab. You'll need to come up with a new idea in which to move it, but the two of you together were unable to.
Add the halfling.
Horace suggests we go around to the other side and try and push it from that side.
No, the two of you know that you cannot.
Okay.
The two of you are incapable of moving it together.
So we need a third.
A
Or
third,
we need to, like,
a third would give you another choice.
I was gonna say the other we might be able to leverage something like underneath it to almost get it up and then get our hands underneath it and try and get a little bit more going. Some
somebody
leverage.
got a pry bar or something we can pry with.
No, we keep forgetting to buy anything handy like a crowbar. We don't often have a chance to buy things though. So in our defense,
I can summon crows.
you can summon what?
I can summon crows.
Oh, that's right.
Crowbar.
I have a small hammer.
All right. Why don't
I say
we?
Gertie goes in there and
grapple
Gertie put her back into it too. She's got a strength
Three of
10.
you? Okay.
No. Wait. Let me do it just because I've probably got more hit points and you have banish if something goes bad.
Good idea.
All right.
Okay, the three of you.
All right, Nils.
It's a DC 10 on a D24 that all of you are working together.
I have a 14 plus 1 strength.
This is
That-
this. Yeah, so
This
it's a
includes
DC
that.
10. All three of you working together. I've already factored in the mods.
Got
on
it.
a D24. Anyone can roll.
Except me.
No, not
Okay.
even Arcor can help you shift this heavy granite slab.
Horace
I
is
think it's
suggesting
Maybe
that
it's
if
the
we can't
moisture
move
that's
this-
keeping you from being able to get a
Yeah.
clean purchase on it, or
Yeah, I was gonna say, Horace figures if we're not able to move it with three of us going, then we definitely can't move it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
or you guys are
I
just
see.
leaving.
How far are we away from the fountain and the?
It's back.
Oh, it's just down the hall.
down the
It's
way.
down there.
It's just right here.
We could get some water and kind of like pour it over the slab to get it all, kind of rinse all that stuff off and see if that helps.
We could also possibly do some water like around the edges of it to like create a smoother surface for it to glide over.
There you go. And get rid of some more of the blue stuff.
Yep.
There you go.
Do you want to do that?
Let's
Sure.
do it.
It sounds like a new idea. I like it.
Sounds like an inventive idea, and inventive ideas are usually rewarded with big bad monsters.
And Hammy's more likely to help than Gerda, I just realized, because he has a strength of 11. He's little, but he's buff.
He is buff.
Stocky.
Yeah, well, it's all that sword practice.
It's all that
so you're
food.
bringing some water back from the. Who's getting the water from the?
I believe Gerda has the empty flask, so
I have 3 empty flasks.
well, why don't we fill all 3 empty flasks?
No doubt, because I have 2 wine skins, but I have 2 water skins. One has water, one has wine.
So Horace will sheathe his sword, grab one of the flasks.
Oh, yeah, and Hammy's got a pot. He'll fill the pot. He's got a pot and pan. He's a fucking hobbit, man.
Fill the pot. Save the
All right.
water skin.
Okay,
That's
so you
it.
guys are back at the room with the granite slabs, and you're.
Slabs.
Tell me again what you're doing.
We're
Something successful. I know.
a couple of us are using a couple of our flasks to wash off some of the blue stuff to kind of get a better grip, and then the others of us are taking like the rest of the water from the pot and like feeding it into the cracks of the seam of the granite from the floor to create a better surface to skid off of.
Okay.
And
how
Hammy's
many-
going to join and put his back into it.
Oh, so you're all 4 of you now are going to be
Mhm.
moving the trying to move the slab.
We are moving this lab.
I'll give you again a D24, DC 10.
Okay.
There
You
it is.
bet.
Oh, okay. Let's see here.
See,
It's
power of
like-
positive thinking.
It's so beautifully that the mummy inside doesn't even notice.
Exactly.
There's no squeak. There's no scraping.
Okay, all
Fortitude
4 of you make a
abuse.
fortitude check, DC 12.
What?
So you guys slide this thing back, and this wall of stench just hits you, And all this this gray blue dust motes come flying up out of the
Oh God,
out of the cavity.
that's not a save.
Oh, poor Hal. He's so hapless.
He is hapless. Oh, and you rolled 22.
Horace, like, whatever.
Hammy wraps a cloth around his face as soon as he has a free hand.
Horace rolled a nat 22, so his bandana was clearly over his mouth still.
Apparently, Hal was too close to the surface.
You're second level. These things happen.
Yeah.
We didn't remind you to
almost
put your
lived.
bandana on.
You didn't. He almost lived.
He's not dead yet.
Was it just Hal that failed? Everybody
Yeah.
else failed?
Yeah.
Oh, everyone else passed.
All the high level characters are like, whatever, bro.
Yeah,
We all had
whatever.
our bandanas at the ready.
Yeah.
Peter, did you roll for Gerda?
No, because she wasn't moving it.
Well, I wasn't.
He said all of you moving it and make
Oh,
a
you're right, you're right. I'm sorry. I
four
guess I
of
didn't
you.
roll 2. All right, never mind. You're right.
Whoever was moving the
Right.
wagon.
See, fortitude is the one thing Horace is good at.
Oh God, you were just
So
looking.
we rolled 2 ones and 20s. That balances out.
Arcor and
Hal.
Hal failed.
Yeah.
I'm just checking my notes here.
There's those of us who
You
ventured
know how quickly
down
we die.
Mm-hmm.
the lava pit and learned to wear our bandanas.
Black lung, you know.
That's right, when we were talking to the undead dragon, that fucker
Exactly.
tried to leave us behind. Yeah, who's behind now, bitch?
That's right, I stabbed your portal.
That's right.
What is this?
That was an excitement-filled ending there as we ran for
That
our
was
lives.
He spent 4 weeks doing absolutely nothing to crit on smashing the portal. It was worth every bit.
Hey, but you had a girlfriend. She fell to her death. You got mugged twice.
Oh God.
But I
We
got
do
Kith
not
plate-
like. We don't like Kith. It's
But I
official.
got Kith plate mail. I got a Kith cloak. I have Kith clothes. I have Kith helmet.
That's true. You're Kith and kin
Who,
now.
who failed?
I am
Hal and
Arcor.
Arcor.
Okay, so you guys get kind of hit in the face with some of those motes, but it's not like just little bits of this pale group, these pale blue dust motes that hit you, but it's like, you know, you got hit in the face with like a hand of sand or something, and you both like come scrabbling back from the edge of the from the edge of the cavity, from the edge of the slab, and epoxylating and frothing at the mouth, and you collapse, twitching and kind of kicking in circles at the floor, and you have both died.
What?
Oh, scheisse.
You all can roll the bodies if you like.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah. Thank goodness for nat 20s.
I'll say.
So I need to do a roll
this
on the
is
body check.
This is a luck check.
Luck check.
against- yeah.
Well, good thing I've got a luck of 14 right now, so
Mm-hmm.
And if not, you get to roll a level 3 character who comes in a higher level.
why did that not? Did that roll?
No.
I clicked it. Oh, no. Wow.
No, I'm sorry, Brian.
Hal is
has
dead.
perished.
He has perished. He was
He was
almost
hapless.
level 3.
Damn it.
But your new character will be level 3, so
Yeah.
Well,
get,
he'll-
get all
what-
his gear.
What level is Arcor?
He's 3.
He'll be level 2.
oh, okay. Oh, it's the lowest level member of the party? Okay.
Well, let's wait and see if Arcor dies first.
Well, let's see. Yeah, I mean, let's
Oh
see.
yeah, if Arcor dies, then we get a
Maybe
level
you don't
3.
want to roll the body for Arcor.
What happens if I just refuse to roll?
You don't have to.
Then I just die anyway. Okay. I'm sorry. So a regular luck check, right? Okay.
There's
like
your
that.
stuff.
14.
Oh, there's a long sword for horse.
Yeah.
So I need under.
Yes.
Under.
Under.
Okay, yes, I make it. I've got a 14.
Okay, so you
Sorry,
lose,
Brian.
you lose
it's all right.
another physical trait. Brian, if you do roll another character, it would be level 3. I'm
No, whatever you want.
Yeah, I
will
know it.
Figure out.
I know it. I'm just I need to figure that rule out or what the ruling is with characters of a party of mixed level.
Yeah.
Then what do I do? So
Mhm.
give me some time to sort of ruminate on that. So Nils,
Yes.
tell us what happens with Arcor here in this situation.
Well, let's see here. Let me quickly roll. I lose another point of physical trait. Is that right?
Yes,
Yep.
another random physical trait.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is a tough dungeon.
Okay. So
Strength.
yep, strength. So Arcor is writhing around on the ground. He is coughing so hard that he starts coughing up blood. And
Black. He's got black lung as well, right? From dying with the smoke demon.
Oh,
Right,
that's
yeah.
right.
Oh yeah.
Fucking smoke demon.
so he actually coughs so hard that he like burst something inside. And even though he'll be able to somewhat recover later, whatever it was never quite the same ever since, and that's why he's lost his strength.
Like an elf appendix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The
fair
other
appendix.
elf appendix.
Yeah.
Woo. Is there something in this pit now? We got dead people?
At the bottom of the pit, you can see this swollen ape corpse. Its belly's all bloated and big, and all of it is like covered with this gray blue powder.
I think this gray blue powder is a virus or a disease of some kind.
Or something from decomp. And I'm going to point out that it's not a mummy, so I don't think there's anything stuffed in the
You can
chest.
see on Hal's corpse is that it's now this powder sort of covered his face and like portion of his neck.
Horace is gonna pull out his sword and kind of try and use his sword to pull Hal's crossbow towards him.
Okay.
Take all the gear, dude. Just he's got a backpack for everything.
Well, yeah, but I'm not about to touch this blue goo that's clearly just almost killed 2 of my companions.
Well, just wash it off with water.
So are you, Brian or Aaron, are you saying that the blue glue is actually like spreading, or is it just accumulated there?
Yeah, it's accumulated on his face and neck.
Okay. So it's not like it's crawling or growing or.
It's not moving. No.
That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should move and get the fuck out of here. I don't want to get anywhere near that stuff.
Once Horace has the bolts and crossbow, he's done.
So you're leaving everything else?
Well, actually,
I'm going to take the 10 glass marbles in a bag.
There you go.
I assume
those.
that 400 gold is probably in the backpack that he has, so he'll take the backpack.
Okay.
Probably has most of the stuff in it. Rope, grappling hook.
Nils, did you take damage in addition to dying, or do you need healing?
Well, other than my lungs, no. I don't think so.
But you are neg 4 for the day.
Right, again.
Damn it. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, let me add the stuff.
So what do you guys have in the party?
Not as much as we would like.
Death.
Character type.
Character-wise,
Yeah.
there are 2 wizards, an elf that's prone to
Dying.
prone to death. But he's really,
Tuberculosis.
I mean, but he's really hard to kill.
Yeah,
He's
he
very
doesn't,
hardy, I guess. A hale elf.
he doesn't stay dead.
I'm
There's,
not dead yet.
there's a halfling, a cleric, 2 clerics, and a warrior,
And 2 kith.
and 2 kith.
Well, that's right. Well, they're 0 level.
Not anymore.
Are they 1st level now?
That's what they've been doing out there.
Nice.
Oh, have you been funneling all or the experience to them?
Yep.
Nice.
So maybe a dwarf.
Dwarf could be cool.
An underground dwarf, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, level
You
2 you
always-
said, right? All right.
Let me ruminate on it, but you can start him at level
Start him at level 2, right?
at level 2, and we may level him again next session.
And then I'll just do.
We're about 20 more minutes of play, so we may not be able to roll him in tonight, Brian.
Okay, I'm just rolling him a
It'd be
purple
great if you
sorcerer
hung out
now.
with us and sort of finished up the evening session. I think that Brian, I kill his characters
kill
almost
him.
every time.
You do. You killed so many.
There was a giant that fell on you once, and
No, it was John's character that you had him fall on me.
John's character fell on you. That's right. He fumbled and fell, and then landed on your halfling. Right?
Oh yeah, when we were in the tower.
Gosh, that was awful.
That was because I liked he was a Pendlebrook.
It was.
Tobin. That was Tobin Pendlebrook. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was Severna's buddy. They'd been together for a while. My character seemed to form these attachments to halflings. I don't know what it is.
They're
Who
cute.
then die?
Who then die? A horrible death.
They're cute. All right. You're in this large 40 by 40 foot chamber. There's the portcullis to the north, the portcullis to the east, 2 doors to the west and south.
I'm thinking west.
I like it. Provided we don't have more dead characters. That makes me sad.
All right. Well,
Yeah, we could use a dwarf since Chunklin died.
We haven't had a dwarf in like
Ages.
ages.
We've been an almost all human party for quite a while, which is kind of sad.
Well, aside from Hammy.
well, he's kind of Mr. Average. 13, 12, 12, 11, 10, 10.
Well, that's a dwarf.
Slightly better on the strength.
That's a dwarf.
Let's see. So
Blacksmith.
this 20 by 20 room is a storeroom of sort. There's supplies here for repairing the doors, beams of petrified wood, and steel fittings for like hinges and handles and whatnot.
So we might be able to use something in here to lock the portcullis open. By like wedging something in between the wheel and the ground and preventing it from properly turning.
Sure, that could very well work.
Try it.
The beams are like the length of the door. The wheel is kind of like a round wheel, but yeah, I'd definitely give you a shot at wedging that open with some of these door.
All right, I say we do it.
Okay.
Let's try it. It just
So
makes getting in and out easier.
You're gonna head back to the north there and try this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great idea. It totally works. You can even get the portcullis all the way open and sort of wedge one of these beams in there, maybe even 2 of the beams to sort of hold the wheel in place.
Yes.
Perfect.
That does work.
Excellent idea, Ethan.
Yay.
Well, we needed ideas since Gibbs not here to have them.
Yep.
Well, that leaves the door to the south.
Yep. Shall we?
Excellent idea.
Southward we go.
So propping up in the portcullis would make it a lot easier for the wandering monsters to come in.
Exactly.
But it lets us get out faster.
So this is another this 10 by 20 room is filled with similar supplies.
Okay.
Crap.
Well, I think the
Well, there's
only
another
thing
door.
What is there?
Oh,
Yeah.
we can't get to that. That's something else. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have the line drawn properly. Let me fix that for you.
So it looks
Yeah, hold
like
on. I need
we
to.
have-
I'll be right back.
There, fixed it. You have a sense that there might be something on the other side of that wall.
Just maybe.
Sorry, I'm back.
That's all
I'm
right.
having an H.P. Lovecraft moment. There's a rat in one of my walls.
Oh, really?
Excellent.
Yeah, for the last couple of nights, I've heard it. Since the last rainstorm, I've heard it down low. At first, I thought my printer was running. I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? Why is my printer running? I pulled all the furniture out. It's in the walls. It's not in my apartment yet. So,
Oh, excellent. How
You
wonderful.
have to set a trap for it somewhere.
I'm gonna try and put poison in there's a vent on the outside, not far from where I'm hearing all the sounds. So I'm wondering if it's just inside there. So we're gonna try poison in there. We probably put poison up in the attic just in case.
Well, but then it won't die in the walls.
Yep. and it'll smell
No, most
wonderful.
poisons make them die of
seek
thirst,
water.
and so they seek water and they go outside.
Oh, interesting. I hate rats.
I do too. I do
Mhm.
too.
So it looks like our options for movement at this point are trying to fit the halfling through the portcullis, or going back to the statue and waiting for Gib to show up.
Now, how big are? There's a couple of these beams though. How big is one of these beams? I'm wondering if we can use it as a ram and just bash the shit out of this other portcullis, and just bash at least one of them.
Or use it as a lever to kind of like put it between and then twist it.
Right.
Yeah, like a big lever and
Oh,
like
lever?
the bars.
Like pry the bars apart. Yeah.
Or
that
I can
might be
cast
worth it.
enlarge.
But I think you're at like a -7.
That's right. I'm
-2
at
for the
-4.
day.
Right. So I'm -5. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Or 6.
So you
-6.
guys, you guys are a little banged up, right? You're down a character.
Yeah.
Arcor died again.
Again.
So he's pretty much for shit.
I'm wondering if we need to go back up to the surface.
You can
find Gib.
You can certainly press further into the dungeon, but I'll remind you, is when we opened the session, that was sort of where you guys were, right? Pressing further into the dungeon after having at least, your warrior kind of banged up.
Oh, we've had 4 deaths since the night started.
It might be worth trying to pry the bars open, at least giving it a shot, and then if we do open it, just heading back so that we have an option come next time, as opposed to running
I said
back
just
out.
well, let's leave the wood there ready to do it just when we come back. I say, why make the noise and break this thing open now? We have a plan. We don't need to execute it.
We will just go back up to the surface and await reinforcements.
Yeah, and heal my arm again and see if we need to heal Nils and
You can cast Food of the Gods and supply food.
cast Food of the Gods, get a luck back for Hammy, see if maybe there's a dwarf come wandering around, check on my my oak plantings, talk to Sky for a while, and hope Gibbs shows up with that goddamn whistle.
And try to make a convert. See, you should have converted Hal first before he died, and then he would have counted.
I did. Didn't we mention that? I'm like the Mormons. I'm converting him in his death. It's all right. He wanted to join. I am going to be like, I do need to find 2 more because I needed 4, and I have Hammy and Sky is joined.
Yeah, you needed
So
five
not getting
total.
looking
You
at
needed 5 total followers by the next fortnight, the 8th day of the House of Stone and Dust.
I needed 5 or 4. Okay, so I need 3 more actually.
Mhm.
I'll work on the player characters. We'll see who wants to join.
On the plus side, there was no disapproval for Gerda today.
I know, not yet. Not yet. I have a few spells to cast this
You do have
evening.
a few spells to cast. So you guys going to quit the dungeon? Is that the?
I think we will.
All right. All right. I will move you out of the dungeon.
All
Back to the
right.
surface.
We're hurting a little bit without Gib and being down.
Orax.
Orax is a nice addition, but yeah, Gibbs. He's a key member. So Brian, did you roll up a dwarf, or did you say something about a sorcerer?
Dwarf off a purple sorcerer.
Oh, that's what you said, sorcerer. Okay,
I'm
cool.
just writing down the gear now. So
Nice. So we have some spare gear if we need it.
yay, gee. You guys hang on to that.
Spare gear. We have quite a bit of cat or money.
Guess what?
Not
I'm
a lot
picking
of
up
food.
a frickin' crowbar.
Tools. Dwarves always
Tools.
have tools.
Frickin' tools.
Maybe you should fight with a pick.
I was going Warhammer, but I can go pick if you
No,
want.
that's cool. Is this your casting for
My
healing
arm.
Gerda? Okay.
Yeah.
You want to try casting Food of the Gods?
Yeah.
Let's see, Peter. That is worth. How
That's
many?
worth 3 dice.
3 dice. So that's 3 dice for you.
So I'm at 12 right now of my 20.
Mhm.
So I'm starting to be able to move my fingers a little better.
So Gerda got her
Got that.
hand cut off,
Oh,
basically
middle
her arm cut off in one of the first room of this dungeon.
Inside the front door, actually, she pulled a 0-level noob move and said, "Hey, what's in that hole?"
Mm-hmm. And now she's beginning to be able to wiggle her third finger.
Pick your nose now.
Yeah, it's very Kill Bill.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's try not to get disapproval.
Oh my goodness.
21 on Food of the Gods,
Oh,
I think
nice.
that'll feed us.
and hopefully give us some spare rations.
I don't know about that, but
I mean, you never know. You know, with Aaron, boy, we had one adventure we had to give up our food. Man, we were starving to death. We were getting minuses. It was horrible.
You had to give all your food to the Rat King. I think Brian remembers that.
I remember that too much.
Mhm. The
Bastard.
cleric creates food and water from thin air, creating enough to feed 15 plus the cleric's level people. So 19 people.
So, do we need to feed the characters that are not active in the adventure?
Yes.
Okay.
well, that feeds them.
I mean, if because you're present and they're present at the camp kind of thing, then I would say
Right.
yes.
And I'm assuming you're going to be mean and make me feed my minions.
Yes, of
Yes,
course.
of
They're
course.
minions. They're hungry.
It's up to you to provide for their needs.
Cold
Absolutely.
followers.
If you're going to start writing stats, you got to feed them.
I think that's fair.
That's a perfectly fair balance, I'd say. Because that takes care of us for a little bit, food-wise.
Well, my portion is I guess 4 right now. I think for some reason it's 5. So that's 4.
Okay. There's Hammy, and there's Gerda, and there's Gib. We don't have to feed Horax.
You don't have to pick Gib. He's not present.
Oh, okay.
As a player, he's not present. So he's like off wandering the multiverse.
So we got
with
Nils's
Horax.
2. We got
My 4.
oh, that's right. You do your 4. My Gerda, Hammy.
Boris and Garrett.
So that's 8 right there.
That's 11 people's worth of food we got.
That's it. We have enough for breakfast, and we have
Yes.
enough for tomorrow. And we share with Sky.
So what's the remainder you're carrying that you're giving out to the rest of the characters to update their character sheets with?
10 with feeding Sky.
Yeah,
You have a remainder of 10.
correct.
I thought you did. I'm sorry, I missed counting. Never mind.
I did
No,
19.
19.
Had,
I think
had to
it was
beat
11.
8, right?
Yep. 8.
Alright.
Plus
That gave us
Sky.
11. I gave 1 to Sky. That gives us
Just dice.
Hey, Aaron, if you can give me a character sheet,
Oh, sure, Brian. Hang on.
I'll start populating. I got to figure out a dwarf name though.
and 4.
Dolan Feldspar.
Wait a minute, he's already used.
Kilfin.
Do you have what anniversary plans yet?
Yep, going down to Central Coast.
Nice. So Ethan, add 2 days to one of your characters.
Congress Bronzehorn.
Okay.
Because I did 2, 4, that's 6. Nils, you do 2, that's 8. And it leaves us 2 more days if you guys want to split them, but it's 1 more each. I got an extra one because Hammy's kind of a pig.
Right.
So that's 3 to each of you, split up any way you want. And Hammy's loving these glass marbles. I'm going to miss Hal, but these are great.
Don't lose them. I'm sorry, did you say 3 to each of us?
There's 3 sets of rations to each player, and you can divide them up how you want.
Got it. All right. So Brian, what I was getting at is that means you will be unavailable for my game on Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess you didn't catch that I was going to be out of town, so.
Well, I wasn't sure when you were leaving, but I kind of assumed. So that's what I wanted to check on.
You will be missed.
Oh, I'm bummed, but
Because Nils likes to kill us too. So in the downtime, I spent a lot of time talking to Sky about the Glade and about Ildevar and so on, because like I said, I'm going to regularly come back and visit him in this oak grove I planted.
Right. Well, are you Eggled as a follower for him, or?
Oh,
I
absolutely.
I thought we'd
Yeah.
already counted him as a follower.
We did,
Yeah.
but I'm just telling you the role playing aspect of it is
Sure.
of what Gert has been doing. And
So did we do the camping session? You guys
Oh,
did all
that's what Horace would have done. In the meantime, while since we left so early, he would have gone hunting.
by himself?
of course.
well, my guys are busy, so I'm not going with you.
And I don't think you want Ridian hunting.
No. But I am looking for some more followers. So if anybody wants to join the
The
Glorious Church of Ildevar, I'm not going to pressure you, but I will say it helps keep the party alive. Just put that out there.
Look what she's done for you.
She's kept us all alive.
Right. She fed us this evening.
That's right, and more than once.
Uh-huh. What is that?
For this last death of Ericor, did he actually take any hit point damage?
No, he just died.
Okay. just died.
Well, I mean, he went to 0. He did go to 0 hit points.
Okay, well, that's why I wasn't sure.
Yeah, dying is 0 hit points.
So does he need healing?
1 hit point, and yes, he would need healing.
Okay. So
Yeah, poor
definitely
Ericor, like 0 to max.
Oh, that's right. Horace has an invoke patron spell with some unknown kith god.
Good times. Is this healing for Ericor?
Yes, and a 12 will give you what are you?
Neutral.
Neutral, so you get 2 dice.
Okay.
And no disapproval.
Whoa. Oh, I'm sorry. Woo, scared me for a second. I was rolling on Ridians. Hold on.
Hold up.
Still got 7. Watch me get less than 7 now.
You
There
did.
we go. There. All right. So now I'm up to 7 out of 25.
Ooh, well, let's do this. Let's try that one more time.
Okay.
And hope we don't. Another 2.
You like consistency.
Well, at least we're hitting it. All right. I was rolling consistent 1s earlier, so.
Man, his stamina is taking a beating. He keeps going up and down as much as he is. So I'll stamina burn for 2 more.
Ouch.
You sure you don't want to just have the cleric heal? I mean, it's not like we're doing anything else today.
Yeah, I'm happy to.
All right, go ahead. I'm happy to take the healing. I just don't want
I
to
need the stamina. Oh,
have you do
I
that.
missed it. You're gonna have to do the stamina. Well, it's the evenings. That's my first disapproval.
Okay, so you missed it, but okay, so
that's just disapproval.
Oh, it's just yeah. So now you got 2 points of disapproval. It's not disfavor, but just
correct.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
I backed up to where I was just about. So, and 1 point for the overnight healing, and 1 point stamina burn back. So,
yeah.
Hammy's almost back to full luck.
Do you guys need me to run through the camping stuff, or did you catch it all through your practice?
Why don't you do it just to make sure I didn't miss anything?
Okay, everybody eats food.
Mm-hmm.
Thieves and halflings recover 1 point of luck. The casters recover 1 point of spell burn. Everybody gains a hit point. Reset your disapproval and gain 1 point of stamina if you've burned any for stamina burn healing.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So we will begin the next session on the 10th day of the sword, where there's a -1 spell check.
I don't like that. Can we make it a positive, please?
You can again if you like.
Yeah. When we get a nice positive spell mod, Horace will actually contemplate casting Invoke Patron just so he doesn't completely screw himself over.
So
it's Invoke Patron. No, what's the clerical one? It's Divine Intervention or something.
Divine Intervention.
Calling on Divine Aid, yeah.
I think so.
Divine Aid, that's what it is. That's what you have. It's not Invoke Patron, Ethan.
Okay.
It's Divine Aid.
Divine Aid of gods so ancient, our gods fear them.
Okay.
They don't even remember them.
Yeah, and the kids said, "You probably don't want to do this." Yeah.
Well, they just said. What did they say? They said something to the effect
of only in the direst last resort.
Right, because the retribution will be terrible.
Meaning they'll probably eat Horace when it's all said and done, right?
Probably true.
Yeah.
Or I will no longer be a lawful warrior.
Well, fun session tonight. Any pros
Deadly.
and cons? I've got a few, but maybe let's start with Nils. He's first on the list. He was first into the game, I think.
Ericor dying twice.
Did he die twice this session?
Twice, yes.
He died once last session and then once this session. Didn't he?
Okay. Well, in close proximity, and the pro is that he's still alive, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say we like him.
Yeah.
Brian, I think I know what yours might be, but I'd like to hear your feedback.
Good grief, you killed another one of my characters, Clark.
Now, is that a pro or a con?
I don't know. Let's see. I'm wearing a dwarf now, so.
Tell us, would you like to introduce your dwarf to the party, or are you?
Congress Bronzehorn, who is formerly a dwarven blacksmith, gone adventuring, seeking ancient lore of his people that have been lost in time.
So he joins the party. You know, he's been seeking out this tomb himself, and when he saw this strange encampment down in the meadow, the base of this cliff, he approaches and introduces himself. You are now well acquainted.
We had a whole day to meet him, so.
Right.
Mm-hmm. He's wearing banded mail, a shield, carrying a funky-looking warhammer, crossbow on his back.
What's so funky about this warhammer?
It's oddly shapen. It almost looks like the head is somewhat like a dragon.
Oh, nice. Love it.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to share with us about bronze hammer?
He's got a fair amount of gear on him. And he's a very well equipped dwarf. It's almost like he knew that
He was going to be dungeoning.
Dungeoning, you know, he's got her.
Aaron did say he was looking for this place.
Right.
He was looking. He came prepared. So
Did he bring his crowbar?
he brought a crowbar, some small iron spikes, lantern, oil, more rope,
Some gorilla
he's got a
repellent.
spear. Yeah, he was looking for gorilla repellent, but apparently what he was sold was, you know, just another flask of oil, but someone told him it was gorilla repellent. You know, he had 6 oil flasks, but really he had to use one because it was told it was gorilla repellent.
Wow. Cool. Ethan.
My pro would be that Horace was slashing ape throats left and right.
Okay.
He did quite a number this time. Let's see. My con would be how many 18s and 20s those darn apes got.
Yeah, that's 10% chance, right?
Yeah, you were kicking some butt with those rolls, Aaron.
Well, each one is about a 10% chance. I mean, rolling that many of them together.
Well, each roll is a 10% chance, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how many dice you roll, the percentage doesn't change.
No, but the percentage of getting them does change.
Yes, I see.
You mean getting a run as such?
Exactly.
I don't know if it does, but I never took statistics, so
It does.
you probably know better than I do.
Yeah.
I prefer to live by the seat of my pants.
Well, it's working for you tonight.
Exactly, right?
Man, it was rough.
Peter, anything from you?
I was disappointed in my rolls, but good adventure. A lot of fun. Really enjoyed having Brian aboard.
Yeah, I'm glad to join you guys. It was fun.
The con was no Mike tonight.
Yeah, that was
More ways than one.
Those were similar for me too. You know, it was great having Brian join in the session and missing Mike and Orax. I thought it was a very exciting fight against what looked like it was going to just be another mundane ape slaughter.
Yeah.
But suddenly you guys realizing, oh wait, we're down from the last session and we got our asses kicked by the smoke demon, and now these apes are kicking our butts too. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Right. The fact that we weren't at full man or at full strength and going after the apes was what
really messed with us.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest con for me was killing yet another one of Brian's characters.
Yet again.
But I will say it's nothing that I propelled you all to do. You made those choices.
No, in fact, our rolls were pretty much telling us to stop.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I thought there were enough clues there to illustrate some danger.
Oh, there was, but
Oh,
we're a
we
party.
knew there was
What are we going to do in a
but,
dungeon?
like,
Yeah, well, we got this. We can work through that danger.
see, some of us had our bandanas ready.
I know. It's true.
All right,
Now,
guys.
we're out in the middle of nowhere, so having reached enough XP for 5th level, I don't think I'm going to be advancing
Those
yet.
of
But
you that are on the precipice of going to 5th level won't go to 5th level in this adventure.
Okay.
You're
makes sense.
You're pretty much topped out level-wise for this adventure, though the next adventure I have planned, you will be able to grow to 5th.
Okay.
Those of you that are not 4th level yet can progress to that tier, I guess, just to bring the party up to parity. And of course, the problem of that I now have to weigh about where do replacement characters come in. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll take the average.
It's a good idea.
I'll just take the average of the players, and that also includes Nils's level 1 followers.
Oh, great! Somebody's going to try to kill him off now.
When they
Only if we need a blood sacrifice.
Nils,
Well, where's the average of that new character?
I'll share with you after the session the notes that I'm starting on the Kith class. I'm probably going to clean these up for an article in Gong Farmer, which is starting to take submissions now. So if anybody wants to help, like Nils, if you want to help in writing that article, that would be great. But yeah, we'll pick it up next week.
Cool.
And
Right,
tell
guys.
Mike to show up with the whistle.
With the whistle in his Eternal Warrior.
All right, the character
Thanks,
sheet's
guys.
done. So
All right, guys, we'll talk soon.
Yeah,
we'll do it. Great fun, guys.
Actually, I'll talk to some of you Saturday.
Saturday.
That's true.
Looking forward to it.
All right.
Aaron, do you have